Right. Well, live. The timer seems to be a bit funny. It holds and then it jumps. Okay, slow mo's off, chat away. Right. Yeah. I'm just reading a few. Since I was live, there's a few extra things that they've put on the screen here. I can put a limit if need be that a certain amount of seconds between when somebody can say send a message and when they can send another message. For some reason, that's an option. It's like 1 second and 300 seconds or something. So I think I even I thought I put 3 seconds just to put a number in there, but looks like it's off. So reply all you want. Okay, we've got a couple of people in. Let's see. I'm not. Okay, anybody want to send a message or you get a quick shout out while I'm playing around with the buttons over here? Just oh, hello, somebody's gone. Yeah, I actually what I'm going to be. Hello, and that person's gone as well. Shit. I had two people watching and now they're gone. Yeah, it's been several months, and every time I come back to it, the live, something has changed. They add stuff, little options, and they take stuff away, just to be a pain. Yeah, I'm going to be. This is not the usual liter bottle that I'd buy. It's 700 cubic liters. When I bought this, they didn't have the liter. The liter's more economical, and you know. Let's see, 700. So I don't know. This plus half. I don't know. Somebody working it out for me. Okay. Yeah. Anybody send in a message? Okay. So we've got the vodka, and in case because people ask. This is the Co-op brand Diet Cloudy Lemonade. In fact, if you go onto my regular videos, type in Mark's Remarks drinks. It'll list all the fizzy drinks and all the fruit flavored drinks that I've ever reviewed, or Mark's Remarks lemonade. If you type that in, I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm certain that I've done a review on this. It was a long time ago. Anyway, all right, so yeah, but if you're interested, it's actually quite nice. We don't really favour the cloudy over here. Normally we go for the clear. And I was talking to a mate of mine today that apparently if you show a clear lemonade to an American, they don't know what it is because they're used to the cloudiness, which I tell you, it's not as bad. When I was a kid, you think, oh, Jesus, no, I want clear lemonade. But no, it's quite nice. Anyway. Oh, why? My first item. Oh, nearly showed the. I don't want to show you the guys addressed to the wood, but there you go. My first eBay sale. Last week I had somebody fix me up an eBay channel, an eBay account. And I've been listing a whole bunch of crap I got laying around the place. I've been dragging some stuff out of the loft. I've got bags of it over here. What I'm doing, I'll give you my email, my YouTube eBay name if anybody wants. Anybody? I tell you what, there's those that are watching. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there you go. I see what I mean. Yeah, it's. I was going to say, if you send a message, I can check that it's working. It's because on the right-hand side of the screen where the messages are, there's all kinds of other stuff that YouTube have decided to add on. That there you go. It's a bit better. telling me about the slow mode, about how often people can reply. Damien's in the house. Good evening, Mark. Good evening, chat. Oh, good evening, chat. Or chap. Or chat. Cheers to vodka and lemonade. Yeah, absolutely. Vodka lemonade. It's the way to go. Yeah, it's my one of my favorite. Well, vodka's my drink. I drink the occasional beer, lager. I drank some Stella the other day. They were doing a special in the co-op. 4 bottles of Stella and I don't know what, maybe a pizza or something. They're always doing those kind of deals. So I bought that. Yeah, Stella. It was actually quite nice. I think I've only tried it when I was not a kid, but a youngster. And but it was very nice. All right, so that's Damien. Damien again. I think I'll get me a dark rum and coke. Interesting. I used to be a barman years ago, and while I was in there, I was sampling a lot of the drinks while nobody was looking, and never really got the taste of rum. Rum and Bacardi, never really sort of went for those. Back then, this is when I was sort of 18. I could tolerate whiskey, and not anymore. But rum, and never really got the. Anyway, FMC Repair Armor says hello to you. I tell you what, eBay, YouTube, eBay. I keep saying eBay and YouTube. They got messages. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Oh, I got disconnected with the chat. Maurice is in the house. Hello to you. Yeah, we've got a few people coming in. We've already got a thumbs up. Oh, thank you very much. All right. Yeah, anybody want to hit the thumbs up? I don't know whether that makes any difference. It's supposed to be. Anyway, so I've got an eBay account. I've sold my first thing. This you won't be able to see, but because it's already off now. It's a wooden egg cup with a wooden egg. Okay, both stained in sort of dark wood stain, and it functions as an egg cup. But I mean, I've never used it. It's a decorative thing. I put it on eBay and sold that. I think I've lost it. It was my first thing. Second thing I listed. So I think I've lost some money on it because I didn't know anything about the postage. This is my. By the way, this is my my new phone. I bought this case it was 10 quid. There you go. It's got a picture of a monkey with a wearing headphones. Yeah, 10 quid. I thought the thing is the amount of money I spent on this phone. It. I really should. I don't want to drop it because it's really not very comfortable to hold. Anyway, what it is. What he was. There you go. It's. I've got the receipt here. Actually, what I've done, I've kept the receipt in the back just in case. It's an Apple iPhone 8 Plus 64 gigabyte product. It's red and it's unlocked B condition. There you go. Yeah. So now I'll tell you what, an interesting story. I went into in the shop, and we with a mate of mine, we had a look at these. There you go. See how thin that is. There you go. It's thin as all, and it's heavy as hell. It's like a lead weight or something, But yeah, it's smooth, and the last thing I want is to go this flying up in the air because every phone, almost 80% of 80% of these phones I see people with, they've always got cracked screens where they dropped them in there. So the interesting thing is, right, this as you can see is red. They have 3 of these, okay, 2 black ones and this red one. The 2 black, identical model, identical age, 64 gigabyte, model 8. Okay, identical. So the 2 black ones were 240 quid. The red one, 220 225. So I saved myself 15 quid just by getting the red one, you know. And you know how I like a bargain. And also, right, we're at the till, and we're getting it sorted out. And what happened was this bloke showed up, and he's talking to my mate, and I wasn't listening to what they were saying, but the upshot of it was he was telling him that this guy in the shop, what he'd done, he brought back a computer, and what they do in the CEX shop is, even though you pay cash for something, they won't give you cash back. They'll give you your money back in a form of a voucher, so that forces you to pay. Forces you to come back and buy shit, you know. So anyway, so he took his computer back. They gave him a voucher for 168.50. He didn't want a voucher, and they weren't going to give him cash. So he was hanging around the shop waiting for somebody to buy a high-priced item, and then approach them and make a deal with them. So the voucher was 168.50. I got it for 150. So I got 18.50 saving by buying his voucher, and I saved 15 quid by getting the red one instead of the black one. So, you know, so it came out pretty, you know, so I saved myself a few squid there. Joanna B is in the house. Where have you been? Yeah, I haven't had computer problems, you know, work issue, you know, going life's been hectic. Mystic Genie, hello to you. Lee Merton, hello. Lee Merton, I think this is, you were the family that sent me this, I think. Am I correct? I'm pretty certain. It was a long time ago. I'm getting some good use out of this. Yeah, the Uncle Ben's jar and the pot noodle jar, they've gone into retirement. Yeah, this is the drink. This is the cup I drink out of now. Ugh. OEIN Smythe. Just got an update myself. Z Fold 3, great phone, but a bit overpriced and very fragile. Yeah, that's the thing. It feels fragile, you know. It's very thin. But yeah, you put it in a case, it's twice as thick, you know. Reddit is full of people selling vouchers to have had success buying vouchers before. Yeah, I mean, I've seen vouchers for the CEX on eBay in the past. What you've got to watch out for, if you're ever going to sell a CEX voucher on eBay, what happened was, this is years ago, going back 20 years. What it was, some guy listed a voucher. He did the photograph on the thing. He actually took the photograph of the voucher and said, "This is what I'm on for sale." So somebody read the code numbers off the TV screen, typed them in, and then spent all the money. So this guy had he had a worthless voucher because somebody took it, because you don't need the voucher. You don't need to buy the voucher when you're buying stuff over the internet, over the, you know, their website. You just need the code numbers and stuff, which he read off the screen. So yeah, he lost whatever money he was selling that for. So you got to watch that. David Schnaps. Hi Mark, who's the black fella in your vid? Actually, that's Gottfried. He's a guy I met at when I was at John Lewis. He's a whiz with a computer, you know. Yeah, he was around ages ago. He was in a video of doing a casserole, I think. But yeah, it's quite difficult to get people who are actually willing to be on camera. But yeah, he comes around. You know, he helped me choose this phone, you know, and he set up the eBay thing. Before Lee Merton, yeah, I sent you that. Good, yeah, Lee Merton was the one, definitely was. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it doesn't make any noise anymore. I think it used to. You pull the paper out, and it made a noise, but I think, yeah, I stopped doing that for a while. David Schnapp says, glad to have you back. Thank you very much. Missed your videos. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's going to be a short while before I can get back to the cookery videos, and I'll tell you why. Because I've got the tripod over there, and providing I can get one of those little attachments to go on the phone, I've actually got one of those selfie sticks. I've had for ages. Never had a phone. I only got it because I was using up some tokens that I had, so I had to get something. So I thought I'd get that. You put it on there, and yeah, I've got a selfie stick, but it's no good for cookery. Trying to whip up the casserole while holding, it's, and also this is the shitty thing about this. When you're making a video, you can't stop and start. You've got to start the video and stop when you're done. So you got to be committed to making whatever length video it is. Yeah, so I spent the last week trying to figure out how the bloody thing works, and once you get the hang of it, because I've sold 2 things on eBay now. That egg cup that's in the box, I'm waiting. He's paid for it. I'm waiting until Monday, so I can post it. Got this T-shirt, waiting the money on that. Yeah, so yeah, 220. 225 minus the 1850, and yeah. So anyway, so I spent 10 quid on this, and yeah, it's a pretty, you put it in there, it fits pretty good. There you go. So now I tell you what, it's heavy as hell. Yeah, it's got like a little magnetic thing there. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the thing on that. And oh, you know what? If anybody's interested, what do I do? Oh, yeah, you know what? And I never knew they did this, because remember, I'm using this phone. I take this to work and everywhere else because it does phone calls and it does texts. And if I drop it on the floor, it's 15 quid, right? That's all I need. This is for my eBay and YouTube and stuff. All right, but yeah, it's got a little thumbprint there. Okay, put your thumb on there. There you go. It comes up. Oh boy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and now somewhere on here, somewhere on one of these buttons, that's yeah, I better tell you what my okay, help. Okay. Nope. Okay, that's not it. I tell you, that's the thing. Payments. Yeah, so it's the trick. You got to start pressing buttons and what's this? All right, selling. Oh man, yeah. You know what? I should have wrote this down earlier, because I'm trying to find where what my user. I'm pretty sure it's DUR. I think it's 5611. Oh, fuck. Oh man, I just don't know. Ah, there you go. If anybody's interested, right, you can check out my eBay. I've got a load of stuff on there. I've got a load of McDonald's toys and all kinds of shit. My this is the name that they gave me. We can't seem to change it. If I had a choice, I would have done it the same as my YouTube Mark's Remarks, But anyway, my eBay name is MADUR dash 5611. MADUR dash 5611. There you go. So anybody's interested, have a gander, see what you think. Anyway, all right. Yeah, because the thing is, I don't actually know what I want, but because I've years ago I used to have an eBay account. Must be 20 years ago. And what I did, I sold a bunch of stuff over a period of time. And when I used to accumulate some money, I used to use it to buy certain things, certain hobbies that I were interested at the time. I joined a metal detector club, but I use my money for that. But what I did do, I bought on eBay years and years ago, I bought a trumpet. That didn't really take. it was a good idea, but didn't really take at the time. Didn't really managed to carry that on. So I bought a trumpet, archery bow. I bought the archery bow, the arrows, the arm guard, which is real important. Let me tell you. The little glove, the bag full of arrows, a tripod with a huge target straw, made a really tight, compact straw, about 3 inches deep. Let me tell you, the arrows used to go through there a centimeter sometimes. You got 3 inches of solid packed straw into a target, and then it used to go through that and at least a centimeter through the other side. And I got pretty good at that. What else was there? I can't remember. I think I bought a dartboard. But various different. So what I'm thinking here, I'll try and save up as much money as I can, and buy something. What I really want is one of those old, back in the mid '80s. You remember those arcades? You could go in and they got all the, what we used to call Space Invaders as a generic term for all these arcade games. I was looking on eBay today, and they've got instead of the stand-up one, they've got the table one. Sometimes you could. Space Invaders was one, and the one I want, the one I really want, is a Phoenix. Phoenix. The OE or EO, I can't remember. Anyway, this particular one was a tabletop one. So you sit opposite somebody, and you got the, and it's like 2,400 quid, which a bit rich for my blood. But by the time I've saved up some money, I mean, you can get I tell you what though, you can get arcade games for just a few £100 on eBay. Depending on what you want, but these are the stand-up ones, with a bunch of games on them. Yeah, several £100. Anyway, but I won't be spending 2,400 quid on it. But it's just that. But I mean, when the time comes, I might not even go for that. I mean, it's going to be hell trying to get up the stairs with one of those things. Christ, I mean, I can only imagine how heavy they are. Trying to get that through the door, upstairs, into the bedroom. Anyway, but yeah, I might opt for something else, something equally as frivolous. Right, really missed. David Schnaps, really missed your videos. Thank you very much. Yeah, not many names left. Says, wonder where you got to. It's been nearly quarter of a year. Yeah, it's been about 3 months. Yeah, it's been way too long. I can actually go live. Yeah, I can go live on the phone here, which I probably plan to because the camera will be a lot better. But I need the attachment to fit that onto the tripod. So at the moment we've got this, this picture going on. David Schnaps, have you ever done night shifts? Yeah, I have, Mark. I've started this week, and I'm struggling to stay awake. Yeah. Actually, well, I did night shift for about 3.5 years straight. When I was at Tesco from 91 to 97, and for the first 3.5, what's that? That's about 6 years. So the first 3.5 years, I was night shift. And I'll tell you what, though, I mean, I've done night shift since for 4 months or so when I was at a different Tesco warehouse. The first, really, it's the first 2-3 days maybe, and you really, you do get used to it. It really is that quick. Providing you go to sleep, because basically, your shift pattern gets all fucked up because instead of waking up at 6, going to work, coming home, going to bed at 9, basically it's like switched around. It takes 2 or 3 days to get used to it, and providing you get your sleep. I mean, after a very short period of time, you'll be going around and you won't feel tired at all. You get acclimatized to it very quickly. So the trick is just hang in there, make sure you get your sleep. Don't for the first while, don't eat too much before you go to work, because remember, you don't want to fill your stomach, because normally you'd have your evening meal, you'd have a rest, and then you go to sleep perhaps a few hours later. Whereas what you don't want to do is fill your stomach and then do an 8-hour shift when normally you'd be asleep. So just eat light. Have a breakfast when you finish, but before you go to work, just keep it light. David, yeah. Oh, do I have any tips? Yeah. That's about as best I can give you. Don't eat too much before you go to work. Eat, but don't like heavy meals. Icobio. I'm new here. What are we talking about? Well, Icobio. Yeah, we're talking about my eBay. Actually, if anybody, I've forgotten it. I actually forgot what the. Yeah. Oh, Icobio. Yeah. If you want to look at my eBay, MADUR -5611. There you go. If you want to check it out, show us some support. Yeah, you don't have to buy anything, but there might be something you like. And whatever I use the money on, of course, I will, be making a video of it. Yeah, I really want one of those arcade ones, because I'll tell you, back in the day, a lot of you people out there might remember, before we had all this new money, these tiny button-sized 5 pences, the small 10 pences, the small 50s, we used to have big coins, not Bitcoin, big. The 10 pences were pretty bloody big. You don't want to get hit with one of those if but when they started to, when we got the word that they were going to be stopping those years and years and years ago, in favor of the new coins, the new, exactly the same, just bloody smaller, what I did, I started hoarding some, sticking some in bags, and just filing them away for a rainy day, for collectible, because I like collecting collectible shit, So if I do one day buy a arcade game and it's fitted with the old coinage, although you can fit them with the new coin slots, but if it's got the old one, I'm ready to rock. I've got loads of 10 pences. I can be doing that. Yeah, but it'd be great having my own. I wonder how fast the novelty will wear off though. Spend all that money, but there's the game Phoenix. For anybody, it's the one where you got the birds, and then they come across the middle, and you're in the little sports car at the bottom, and you're shooting up, and the birds come, and they come apart, and then at the end you've got that ship, that huge mothership at the end. Oh, I used to love that game. Anyway, that's what I've got my eye on at the moment. If I had the money, but of course, by the time I get the money, that'll be gone, and I'll probably move on to something else. But who knows? Anyway, Debbie Schnaps asks, do you believe Boris Johnson should step down as MP? Well, that's the thing. I don't really follow I used to be an avid viewer of the news. The BBC, the ITV news, until I realized that they're all fucking liars, and I found that out when they were covering the Trump election, when he was going up for the president. The amount of lies they were telling you was unbelievable. Stuff that because I used to follow a lot of different news sources, and some of them, you believe more than others. And the BBC used to be a company, used to be a news channel who you could depend on, not anymore. So So for that reason, I don't follow the English news. I mean, you do get your American channels that are full of shit as well, of course, CNN, or but I follow the Fox News and a few others, because the American news is so more interesting, considering. I mean, the country's going down the crapper in the worst way, Crime is going through the roof. Politicians. I mean, they're not like in England where they'll screw you and they'll do their best to cover their tracks until they're found out, by the newspaper or the investigative journalists and stuff. In America, they'll just do it and they'll tell you. You've got Nancy Pelosi, who's been found out, her and 12 other of her friends in Parliament, in the American, equivalent to Parliament, doing insider dealings, and when questions, it's like, nah, nothing wrong. No, I'm just doing. It's a free country. We're all allowed to be buying stocks. What the fuck's the problem? No, she's not even, slightly bit sorry or even embarrassed that she's been caught. Her husband got done. Oh, get this. Her husband, Paul Pelosi, I think his name is. He crashed his car into another car. It was turned out that he was drunk. Nancy Pelosi, his wife, was out of town, and he was in the car with a bird, right? Whose details are a bit fuzzy because they're keeping that under wraps. They've hidden her away. So he's got to be a 70-year-old man. His old fucking wicked witch of the West bloody wife is out of town, out of sight. He's driving middle of the night in a car, drunk with a young floozy, crashes his car, and the whole thing is swept under the carpet. It's difficult to find details of it. There's police body cams of it. They're hiding that. The police report. It was several weeks gone by before they found his mugshot. I tell you, it pays to have money. You can buy people's silence. You can have things disappear. Crime. I tell you, and also crime's going through the roof. In the old days, you'd hear about a robbery. Somebody would wear a mask. They would go in, hold up the off license at gunpoint, rob the money, and piss off as fast as they can. Now they don't even go. They just rob you in the street. They just walk up to your car, probably shoot you dead, or what they're doing now is there was one they showed footage. They saw a woman coming out of a high-end wristwatch shop. I think they chased her down the street in the car. She was on foot. They were in the car. They ran into her. She's bounced off the bonnet of the car, bounced down the road, got a watch, jumped in the car, and fuck off. They'll just rob you in the street. They don't even wear disguise themselves. They're not interested in anybody catching them. They'll just rob you. Anyway, so seeing this stuff, as bad as it is a whole hell of a lot more interesting to watch. So I follow that. So to answer your question in a roundabout kind of way, no, I don't know what's going on with Boris Johnson. The last time I heard about him, I was reading in the paper. He in the middle of the Chinese plague, while he's telling everybody to separate and keep your distance, he was having a party. Aside from that. Damien, you need to get hold of MAME and download a shitload of ROMs from the net. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but actually, somebody pointed out today. They showed me the site. Was it Alibaba? Alibaba, something like that. It's some weird name. You buy a whole bunch of stuff on auction. That's interesting. Though. When I've got this place is like a bloody it's terrible. Once I, but there's a lot of stuff here, but not a lot of it's for for sale. Although there is a lot. Once I clear this out, then I'll probably buy some job lots. Or actually, well, that's the thing. I've got to turn all this shit into cash, into capital, and then I can use that to fund buying a pallet of reject stuff from the catalog, that kind of thing, or this Alibaba place. But yeah, the trick is to sell all this stuff, use the capital and invest it. So that's what I need to do. I need to start selling all this shit. I've got hundreds. If anybody's interested, I've got McDonald's toys. I'm doing them in lots of 100, I think. No, I don't know, 50. Anyway, I've got this big job lot of foot scrubbers. Actually, I'll show you. Let me be right back. I'll just, oh. Oh, yeah. No, I got these out of the loft. I've had these up there for ages. These are what you take it out of the bag and you file your feet down with it. It's got the thing on the front and on the back. The hard service. And found a bunch of those. So thing is, the postage is going to be a killer. I tell you what, eBay really fuck you with the commissions. Let me tell you. But the postage is going to be a killer if I send them one at a time. I might. What I might do when I get down to the last lot, because I've got a bag of 100 and a bag of 80, I think. So doing them in job lots. When I get down to the last few, then I'll start doing them in fours, half a dozens. At least that way I won't get killed with the postage. But yeah, there you go. That's what that's one of the items I'm selling on there. It roughly works out. I would be doing roughly works out as 50p each. So unless if anybody out there wants to buy a job lot and then sell them individually, by all means, put a bid in. Jess Marie marks the new Del Boy. Actually, and also I've done the same with the McDonald's toys. I used to collect those years and years and years and years ago. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the loft. I've got some nice key rings actually, with a little square resin key ring on a chain, and each one has a scorpion in it. So that's interesting. So I'm selling a bunch of those. Yeah, and then I'll try and save out a bunch of money, and then I'll buy something, something hopefully big and lavish. Maybe an air rifle with a telescopic sight and a laser beam sight on it. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'll just shoot it up there. Maybe I'll shoot it in the spare bedroom. Anyway, but I don't know what I'll do with it, but yeah, it's just I'll buy something. Barry, but key rings, Mark, they sell like hotcakes. People can't get enough of them. Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, once I'll drag them out of the loft. I don't know how many I've got left, but I think I've got a few. Some key rings. Yeah, they're really good. It's a little scorpion in each one. In fact, the scorpions are the tiny ones, not the huge ones as big as your hand. Apparently, when it comes to scorpions, the small ones are the ones you've got to worry about. They pack the deadliest venom. Barry, Mark, if you could move to one country right now and live there for the rest of your life, what country would it be? That's interesting, actually, because breaking down the criteria, okay? One, I don't like the heat. The heat's a bastard. Given the choice, I prefer somewhere cold than hot. All right, I really don't like the hot. But cold is difficult to grow crops if you have a homestead, which if I would want one of those if I was to move country. I have a little homestead to grow crops and keep a few animals, chickens, I've kept chickens. I've got chickens now, and I've kept chickens before. It shouldn't be too difficult to, look after a goat or two. I've watched a load of videos on goats and people. You can just let them free graze. You got to, health checks and stuff. But yeah, they just eat what's out there. In fact, they're better than a dog because they're probably more obedient. You can eat them. Well, you can eat a dog as well, but you can eat them, and also they cost bugger all to feed. You just take them out in the park. Or if your neighbours go on holiday, push them in the garden and they'll eat all the grass for free. It's a win-win. So I don't know. Possibly somewhere. Well, that's the thing. They got to speak English. It's got to be warm, okay? Not too hot. Not snowy cold, but somewhere in the middle. Somewhere where they eat decent food. Not like when we went to Spain and when they were trying to palm off squid on us and stuff, cow spine. Oh yeah, a cow. A cow. A spine is separate. Is in different segments. They call them. There's a word for it where your spine is connected into segments and it's all joined together. Somebody let me know. Anyway, they take a little piece of that and turn it into a broth. None of that shit. Yes, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But Damien, one thing about eBay that never fails to surprise is one woe man's junk is another woe man's treasure. Indeed, people will buy any old rubbish. I tell you what, my manager at work, they've got an eBay account and they sell some stuff around the warehouse that they get hold of or comes out of storage and they put it on eBay. And he's like, right, Mark, all this shit can go in the bin. I say, listen, put that on eBay. Somebody will buy it. And like this. So hopefully I'll get some free stuff if I manage to talk him into letting me have it rather than the bin. But I was telling him, I said, listen, I used to have an eBay account 20 odd years ago, right? Back in the days when I bought that archery set. And I said to him, what happened was, I was going through the cupboards. There's certain cupboards in the kitchen. I just use the same. When it comes to the cupboards, there's only really one cupboard I use, and that's the one with the frying pans and the plates in it. The rest of them, it's like Christ knows what, but they go in there and they're in there, never seen again. But no, I was going through the cupboard and I found these sachets, right? The square sachets of powder where you mix it with water, mix it around, and then it turns into like cheese sauce to put on your fish dinner. And then some others, you put water with it, turn it into some chili con carne sauce or some bullshit, right? You powder in a sachet, you put water with it, turn it into a sauce for your fish or whatever. I found those, and they were years out of date. They've been in there that long. I don't know. Say for example, 5 years. I don't know, but it was a long time. And I put them on eBay, and I made it really clear, big bold letters, not for human consumption. These are well out of date. But anybody who's working for a film company in the stock department, the stock department where they get stuff. Because you look on a sitcom or a program where it's dated. Say you're watching a program now and it's set in 1980. Well, every lampshade, every piece of wallpaper, the cushions for the couch, the shirts that they might wear, the cereal that they're using on the kitchen table comes from somewhere. Either they have it in stock, or they go to Car Boots, or they go on eBay and they buy this stuff. So somebody bought it. Yeah, it was like, I don't know, 5 packets of this stuff. I got no idea what they paid for it, but probably somebody in the movie company bought it, and for a vintage pack of Knorr's cheese sauce. So you're right. whatever whatever piece of rubbish that you've got, somebody will buy it. And that was about the most unusual. Oh, that and a rubber dog turd. That there was, you buy it in a packet and it's like a piece of rubber cat turd or something, right? And the trick is you go and joke on somebody with it. I swear to God, after 15 minutes, the novelty's worn off and you're ready to, I sold that. Somebody bought that. A used, it was, just put it back in the packet, sent it off. Yeah, had a picture of holding it in my hand. Yeah, people are buying anything just because. I've had this when I've gone into a skip. I've asked permission to go into the skip. That was years ago, and the guy said, "Oh, it's all rubbish in there." Listen, let me worry about that. All right, I'll go in there. I'll find something. Even if it's a plank of wood. That's I've done that. I've gone in. There's been fuck all in there. I've pulled wire out of there. I've pulled I pulled a copper bar, a copper tube, for plumbing out of a skip. The thing must have been 4 foot long. About the diameter of a say a 10 pence or 10 pence, 2 pence coin. That was in there. Pulled that out. It's not worth much, but I mean, that's money. So, but yeah, somebody thought it was rubbish. I've pulled the odd piece of wood out. I've actually gone in with a screwdriver, and I've there's been nothing. See, the thing is, when I dive into a skip, if I want to do something, if I've got a project going, and I dive into a skip, it's rare that I will come out with nothing. If there's absolutely fuck all, I'll go in there with a screwdriver and I'll start taking the screws. And I'll take those and or hammering out some nails out of a piece of wood that's in there and yanking them out. I've actually done that. I've straightened them out on a rock with a hammer. I've got a big, what do you call them? The things you hold on the back side of it. Somebody bloody, you put your wood in there and you hold them shut and you can use it for sawing. I've got one of those. I'm going to hammer the nail straight. I do what I can to come out with something because it's no good coming out empty-handed. It's just a waste of time. Barry. Now that's interesting. It's good when you get an interesting question. There's Mark. What's the longest bicycle ride you've ever done? Barry, a vice. Thank you. Yeah, I've got one of those vice at the allotment that I use to hold wood when I'm sawing it up and I can tap nails. The longest bike ride. That is an interesting question. That was when I was approximately 16 years old. This was when the school was called, still is, Stantonbury Campus here in Milton Keynes. And when the school holidays come up, what they do, rather than have 1,000 kids roaming the streets with bugger all to do for 6 weeks, right? What they do, they organize these events to do. Now, some of them are called Day 10. They're called Day 10. I don't know what the fuck they call it that for, but Day 10. You go in, and they might do a class on pottery. They might do a class on sculpting or drawing or some bullshit. And what you do, you look down the list of events that are going on. All right, I'll put my name down for that one. What I did, there was what's called a week 10. Instead of a day or a few days, it was for a whole week. I borrowed my uncle's bike, Uncle Paul. This bike was about as old as I was at the time. I was, 16. It was like a really old, it worked fine. It was just looked really old. Which I was the one that had the oldest bike there out of like 30 of us, because everybody's got money, everybody's sort of like got their brand new bikes, and I'm going around with a 15-year-old fucking racing rally racer. Anyway, so the idea was you go from, say, from one place to another, and we'll be doing like 15 miles a day from one, what do they call them, youth hostels. Yeah, but it's like a youth hostel. It's like a big place, and you pay some money, and then you go in. You got these rooms full of bunk beds, and it'll be like 30 people all sleeping in the same huge room full of bunk beds, and there'll be a bunch of rooms in this big building. Youth hostel. So you go from one youth hostel to another, to another, to another. So you wake up in the morning, have your breakfast, get on the bike, cycle 15 miles, 15, 20 miles, about that. It was a long way. So that's the furthest I've ever cycled, roughly 20 miles a day for like 5 days, straight. And I tell you, it sounds really bad, which it was, for the first day or so, until I got a good piece of advice from somebody, which has stuck with me, and I've passed it on. When you're cycling, even if you're cycling 20 minutes to work or 20 miles to the next hostel, the trick is the first day or so, I was wearing myself out. I was going to near death because I'm cycling fast, and I would go slow. I would go, like downhill and uphill and flats with 3 different speeds. The trick is, if you want to do sustained bike riding over a long lot of miles, is to only have 1 speed. That's what you need. You don't need 3. 1 for going down, 1 for going up, 1 for going straight, 1 for going around corners, 1 for going over fucking rocky terrain and shit. You just need 1 speed. And that's a constant speed which you can maintain all day, I mean, you've seen people at the gym where they're pedaling away. What they're doing? They're doing the same speed. They do that for half an hour or something. But it's the same on a bike. If you can just find a speed that it doesn't have to be super fast, it doesn't have to be really slow. It's just somewhere in the middle, one that you can maintain with minimal effort, just basically going through the motions, right over left, left over right, right left, right left, right left, right left. Same speed. Constantly, when you're going uphill, downhill, on the straight, anything, just keep it going. A speed of, I don't know, say 15 miles an hour. That's when I used to use a treadmill, 15 miles, I used to be able to go 15 minutes, 15 miles an hour. Takes a few weeks to get there, but yeah, that's a good speed. So if you're on a bike, roughly 15 miles an hour, but you keep that speed. Don't increase it, don't decrease it, don't fuck around, just go that same speed. And you can do the 20 miles a day if you do that, because your body will get used to the exertion as long as it is constant. It's when you start to go, change gears when you're going uphill, downhill, change gears, but keep your feet moving at the same speed constantly, and you can do it for hours. Let me tell you, and that is the trick to long distance bike riding. Varying your speed will fuck you up. Dave says, you on the same camera as you used with the chickens. The picture was a lot clearer this afternoon in that video. Yeah. What it was, I mean, that camcorder is pretty good, but this phone here, it's Apple iPhone 9, if I'm correct. It's the receipts underneath thing here. The trouble is, you know what, right? Because I was, see what you can do with a camera and the video, you can opt for like selfie, so you can press it and you can look at yourself. But I've seen people on the bus, they're fucking with their hair, they're using it as a mirror, all right? Or press the button and then you can film you, all right? So I can either film myself at this angle or film you from that angle. What you can't do is start recording and then swap backwards and forwards. You have to figure out which angle, which lens you want to do. What you want to film you that way, or do you want to film yourself? Which, if you film yourself, you can't see what's going on over here because you've got to be on the other side. So you're stuck with it. You got to choose one and stick with it. And but what I did, I was up there like this, and I was saying, I'm trying to get me in the shot with the chicken. Luckily, I managed it. And there's no pause button, so I have to do the whole video from start to finish. There's no not like a camcorder over there where I can film me, pause, and then move to another area. unpause and say carry on, or stop, or like pause and then wait 10 minutes for something to cook and then continue, and then it's one seamless film. And also the mistake I made, you would have noticed, I had the camera up like this, so upright, which I didn't realize until I got told, and then I realized when we loaded it, I figured, well, I've filmed it now. It's upright. What I need to do is turn it that way. So if I'm looking at myself like this way, so you've got a wide, I don't know, panoramic or something like that, not upright, because it ends up being, you turn it that way. So yeah, that's something I learned the hard way. Yeah, it's just a bummer, it seems quite easy to load. All I got to do is film it. Thing is, I don't have a SIM card in it, so I have to at the moment. So at the moment, I'm just using it in the flat here. Because it's connected to the YouTube, to the internet in the house. Billy says you really can't pause. No, you can on Samsungs. Yeah, if I'd have known. Oh, yeah, if I'd have known. But that's a lesson I've learned. You live and learn. So I'll carry on with this for a while. And yeah, the next one will definitely have a pause button. Because I'm not one for because I've done I think 1,100 videos on my channel. Cookery and live and film reviews and allotment videos, all that stuff. About 1,100 videos, and none of them have been edited. Because one, I tell people who ask, on the subject, I go the Steven Spielberg school of filming. Okay, I edit what they call editing the can, which basically means don't film shit that you're going to edit out later. Just don't film it. It's a waste of time. Just film the stuff that you want. Okay, that's simple. And it seems to work. And it's even easier when you have a pause button, because you don't have to rush. If you're filming and you start to feel yourself derailing, you think, oh, right, pause. I've done that, in my, when you're on the video and and you just kind of think, you've got some time to fill. You've got something you want to say, and you just can't get it out. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm waffling on here like that. So all you can do, just pause, get yourself together. Or it's great if you've got something in the oven. You can film yourself putting it in the oven, pause, come back an hour and a half later, open the oven door, and it's like, it's just one continuous thing. So yeah, I'll go to the allotment. I can film, although the trouble is, a lot of the time, unless I'm up here, unless I'm filming me up here with something interesting in the background, and then bring it down. But then you've got that transition from here down to here, which is going to be, so then I can film, but of course then I'm not on film, which is the, it's probably a bonus, but I don't know. But I'm behind the camera filming something, and all you can hear me is talking. So you got that. So anyway. Oh, Billy says you can't get SD cards in iPhones. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, actually, there must be a way of doing it, because this is connected to the internet here. So when I'm in that flat, it'll work. I can get onto eBay, I can get onto YouTube, I can do all my stuff. But when I leave, then it won't work. Oh, I figured out how to get some games on here as well. That's useful. I don't know whether I can play them out in the street though. I'll have to figure that out when I'm waiting on the bus. Scott Graham, hello to you too. Scott Graham, hi, oh, my eyes are going. Hi, review man. You really get into what it actually tastes like proper. Indeed, yeah. Actually, I do like the food reviews. When I'm reviewing a brand of soup or brand of beans or sausages or whatever it is, fish fingers, I do. I enjoy articulating or you know, the crisps, you know, lots of flavors of those, articulating the flavor. Because the thing is, when I'm trying to describe it, I try to imagine that I'm telling somebody, not necessarily a Johnny foreigner or anything, but somebody who's not familiar with that product. You know, because you know, you've had those. Everybody's spoken to those fucking morons. You ask somebody, how's that taste? It's all right. Well, that's no fucking help, is it? So I try to be a little bit more articulate than, yeah, it's all right. Yeah. It's no bloody help to anybody. So yeah, I'll tell you. You know, the vinegar on the crisps is really strong. It's a good thick crisp. It's really crunchy. There's an aftertaste. The flavor. You know, when you got a meld of two different flavors, these flavors mix or they don't mix, or you know, to try and help somebody who's never used that product before to make an informed choice. Because what I do sometimes is if I say to people, I say, listen, when you're in the supermarket and you come across the crisps, right? What you do, type in Mark's Remarks crisps on your phone. Not like this, but type in Mark's Remarks crisps. It will bring up all the crisp reviews that I've done. And then you look through and think, okay. Co-op Sensations barbecue, Co-op Sensations pigs in blanket flavored, you know, Walker's cheese and mango flavor, you know. Type on that, 5 minutes, watch what I have to say on the product, and then you're in the shop. Think, okay, Mark likes it. Mark's given me a pretty informed review on the product, so I'll maybe try it. You know, just what you do, just take your phone in the shop and start type in the product. If I've reviewed it, it will come up. Mark's Remarks, Sainsbury's beans, Mark's Remarks, Co-op beans, Mark's Remarks, whatever the hell, you know, a certain chocolate bar. You know, just do that, and I'll give you my honest opinion. Because the thing is, I've got, I don't know whether that's the case. I would imagine some people will lie. But that's if they got something to lose. If they're being promoted or paid or incentivized in some way. I mean, I've watched review videos, and it's obvious. It's obvious to me, being a smart fucker, but just obvious because I'm watching it, that they are giving a favorable review because they've been given an air fryer. £100 air fryer, they're going to give a good review. They're not going to give a bad one because they want another product. They want this company to send them more shit for them to review. So you can tell they're actually trying to sell this product when they're doing it. They're not doing a review. They're doing a selling video. That's what it is. So yeah, I don't do that. You know, I mean, I'm all up for some free stuff. You know, by all means, but giving me free stuff doesn't guarantee a favorable review. What it does, my what would you call that? I can't think of the word. Fucking hell. Integrity. That's the word. My integrity, for me, is worth more than that. I would rather the fans of the channel, being able to trust my word. I value that more than some free shit that a company wants to sell me or send me. You know, I don't know. It may be a little bit old-fashioned, but yeah, I mean, I would like some free stuff, of course, but I can't sell my integrity for the price of a toaster. You know, I value people being able to trust my word more than having some free stuff. So yeah, I like the fact that I'm able to give my opinion, and it be the absolute. It may not be the same opinion as other people. Other people might like a product or dislike a certain food product, but it's the truth as I know it. Like with every opinion that I have, ranging from space aliens to illegal immigrants to the government, you know, it's all the truth as I see it. So yeah. So every review that I've done, it's been the absolute truth, according to me. Would you have a try? Oh, there you go. Barry says, Mark, would you ever try competitive eating competitions? How many bags of Space Raiders? Space Raider, do you think you could eat in one space? Space Raiders, are they the crisps that are shaped like an alien face? I think Space Raiders. There might be a crisp. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. In my youth, when I was bodybuilding, although having said that, I've seen competitive eatings in the past, and it's usually the smaller people who out eat bodybuilders, big fat fuckers, people twice their size. It's the small framed people. But when I was younger and I had a faster metabolism, I would definitely have gone. For the competition. Now, not so much. Actually, I want a little bit of a diet. Not so much. What I'm doing is because people have commented with it before. You know about that pasta bowl that you'll have seen on my cookery videos in there. The pasta bowl. You've seen how piled up it can be, and I used to eat all of that, and sometimes it'd be a bit of a struggle, but I used to eat it. That was great when I was doing training and I was doing physical work. And where I'm doing now, it's more lifting as such. The job before that I was fired from, the Argos head office, it was more a little bit of lifting but a lot of walking. And I used to substitute that with doing some. I used to do press ups in the goods lift. You stand your feet 4 feet away from the wall and you lean forward and. So because you're at an angle, because your feet are 4 feet away from the wall, you're touching the wall, and so you're hitting the upper pecs here. You do that, and I'll do 20, 25 of those in between floors. So I was burning a lot of calories. I was eating a lot of food. Nowadays, I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting, but so what I know when I started at my place of work, I weighed myself on the scales. I was 111 kilos. And what happened was, that roughly works out as approximately 17 stone is what they worked it out on the computer. All right, but 111 kilos. I tell you what, and I work with some young fellas, some sort of little skinny African fellas. They go on the scale, they're like 75 kilos. Shit. Anyway, so I'm like, way heavier. So, but the thing is, 111. So, and I was that for a while. And what it was, I had a week off work with a cold. I got a cold. I rarely go off ill, but I had a cold for about a week and a half. And when I got back, I was 108. So I'd lost 3 kilos, which is not a whole hell of a lot, but 3 kilos. And I thought, I managed to drop 3 kilos in a week with very minimal effort, mainly because I wasn't eating too much because I was ill. So what I'll do is I'll just build on that. What I'll do is I'll just watch my intake. I won't, I changed a little bit of my eating habits. I don't eat McDonald's. Once every 2 months, I'll go in and have a couple of, cheeseburgers or something. I can't even remember the last time I. Oh, you know what? I had because sometimes the boss he'll buy us stuff. He'll buy us chicken and chips. He bought each of us this little box of chocolates. So I had those. Aside from those, I haven't eaten any chocolate bars. Not that I recall. No, I'm pretty certain I haven't eaten any chocolate bars in the last 3 months or so. Aside from that, and the thing is, it can be a bit of a stretch because you go into the supermarket and you got you got a mile-long counter of all the cream cakes and stuff, and it's tempting. You think, well, the thing is, fuck it, and then I go, just walk it, just a bit of willpower, just turn around, walk away. You regret turning away. I'll tell you that, but no, just a little bit of willpower, because I want that cream cake, I want it, but I know. No, I just turn away and walk away. And but the thing is, what I've done, so I don't eat the cream cakes, and Oh, fizzy drinks. I'm drinking lemonade here at the minute, but I went into Subway the other day, and with the first time in a couple of months, where because normally I'd have the meal, the sandwich, the biscuit, and the unlimited refills on the drink, right? And I would have about at least 3 cups of drink. So I cut that out, and except the other day I had a meal, but I went for the diet. It was like Pepsi Max, and it was nasty. Man, I don't know whether it's because I don't know. I'm hoping it wasn't a dodgy batch, but I don't know whether it's because it was sugar free, and I'm not. I haven't drank any fizzy drinks in like several months. But I didn't like it at all. No, So what I do, I go around the corner. I buy a liter bottle of fruit juice, take that into Subway. They never say anything. If they do, it's tough shit because I'm not going. That's the thing. I'm one of those people. I'll put it on the table. I won't necessarily hide the fact that I'm drinking fruit juice, but I won't advertise it to them. Because otherwise they've got to deal with it. But I'm not leaving until I've eaten the sandwich. So I normally eat fruit juice. So yeah, cut out McDonald's, cut out chocolate bars. I have the occasional pack of cookies, but I stay away from chocolate bars and cream cakes. The portions, I eat the same food, only less of it. Because I tell you, the thing is, I mean, it took about 2-3 days of starting this new diet regime, and I felt like death. I had no energy. I couldn't think straight, and I thought, oh God, what have I got myself into? All right. I thought, shit, have I made a mistake by doing this? Because I feel like shit. I can barely stay awake, and I can't concentrate, and I've got no strength. But I tell you, after 3 days, you just get used to it. You do. It gets better. Now, that's the funny thing, because I eat less because I eat the same foods pretty much, but less of it, less portions. But the thing is, right, I went from 111, got ill, went down to 108. And over the last 3 months or so, because I made a list, this is handy here. I've got a bit of paper. I write the date. I do a weighing. I used to do a weighing every 2 weeks. Now I'm going to be doing it every month or so. But I do the date and the weight. I do it. The thing is, I do it and the trick is, I do it at work, so I'm wearing the same stuff, and also I do it at the same time of day at 3 o'clock. I figure if I do it in the morning after I've had a sandwich from the burger van, then that's going to upset the weight. If I do it at midday, then I've had my breakfast and I'm still, so what I do it at 3. I finish at 3, so. I weigh myself at 3 o'clock. That's when I do it. I'm wearing the same stuff on the same scales, which is important because if you do 2 different scales, or you do one day you do it in the bathroom, the other day you're doing it at work, and the another day you're doing it at the gym, and another day you're doing it around your mate's house. You do multiple different weighing scales, you're going to get a slightly different result. So you use the one scale, and I use the one at work. So I was at 108, but over the last several months, I've crept up. I've been creeping up. I'm thinking about 100 and 109, I think, last count. But the thing is, when I attribute that to, because I didn't understand it at first. I'm cutting McDonald's. I don't eat chocolate bars. Fizzy drinks are out. Less portions. And how the fuck can that be? But what I figure it is because I bought a 5-liter tub from eBay of egg white powder. You can buy egg powder, which is the whole thing, all right? But what I'd done was egg white powder. So what I do is 5 liters, and what I get half a pint of milk, so a bunch of this powder, put that in, and then some ice cream. Just ice cream just to make it cold. Whisk it in the blender, drink that back. I don't think it's giving me all that many calories, but it's given me a good dose of protein. That and my heavy lifting, because I can lift boxes at work ranging from 6 kilos to 25 kilos, and everywhere in between. And you're lifting them up and you're lifting them above your head because you're doing, you've got 4 on a pallet, 4 on a layer, 5 layers high, that's 20. So you're lifting them above your head. So I attribute it to my high protein diet and the lifting that I do. And because also we have an electric pallet truck, and I tend not to use that. I like the old-fashioned pump one because I'm working the triceps when I'm pumping the handle downward, up and down, and lifting the little forks up there. Also, I'm dragging the pallet around the warehouse. I just prefer that. So I've got that going. So I figure I'm eating less, but I'm gaining weight. I figure it's what it is. It's muscle, because my stomach is still, not as flat as what it used to be. Man, it was like a washboard when I was 25. When I was doing those sit-ups, with a weight on my chest, and but the definitely the muscle in the biceps and the arms and the shoulders and the chest are coming back. So that's what I think's going on. I'm gaining weight, but it's in the form of muscle because I'm at high protein and the lifting I'm doing. It's got to be the only answer because it's not because of the amount that I'm eating. It's got to be less. Yeah. So so it's good. But yeah, if you can get over the first 2-3 days, you feel drained, you got no energy. It's because you're used to a certain amount of calories, a certain amount of sugars, a certain amount of other stuff. I swear to Christ, 3 days you feel like shit and you haven't got any energy. But once you get over that hurdle, once you get then it's plain, it's not plain sailing. But I mean, you still got to have a bit of willpower. You still got to say no to the cream cakes along the aisle. But no, the hard part is over. Or the hardest part is over. Headman, obese people could do with some willpower. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I've never been able to understand that. I mean, admittedly, yeah, you've got people with medical issues. But what I don't like to see obese people going into fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken with a bag load of fried chicken. Just what the hell, fucking read the situation. You're in you're obese and you got a fucking big bag of chicken. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, there's some people with medical issues, but yeah, you're right. I mean, basically, all it is. I mean, when I was younger, I was 25. I had the willpower because I had the hunger because I was going down the gym. I was lifting weights three days a week, and I mean we're talking hardcore. I mean I was lifting the weights. I was doing these sit-ups. The reason why I had such a flat stomach was because I was doing sit-ups with a barbell. A plate, dumbbell plate on my chest, and I'm doing fucking sit-ups like that. Crazy shit, because I had the willpower, I had the hunger. Now I'm getting old. It's that much, the willpower. You really got, you got to sort of, because you get used to it. You figure, well, I'm a certain age. I'm allowed a cream cake. Fuck you, it's not against, but no, you got to say no. Which, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just. I mean, I'm not the, some kind of feel good guru or nothing. I mean, I want that cream cake. Okay. But I know if I take the cream cake, I'm going to eat both of them in the packet. All right. So I'm going to, and then that's like, fuck knows, close to 1,000 calories of nothingness that is not going to do me any good. So what I do, I honestly, I don't even, I notice I'm there. I think, oh dear. And then I turn around and go to another aisle and find something else to look at, Yeah, Dave says he was shocked. Oh yeah. Scott Graham says McCoy's crisps are decent. Yeah, McCoy's do a good crisp. I think they're the crinkle ones, aren't they? They do a good one. Dave says he was shocked when he looked up the cheese twirls. Yeah, I mean, luckily now, when I was a kid, we never had any of that information on the back of food packets. How much salt, how much sugar, how many calories. You just didn't have that. But yeah, 400 calories each. Yeah, that's the thing. Just what I do, I mean, when I go into Subway and I sometimes eat their sandwiches, I'll look at the muffins and I'll look at the cookies, and you look at them and they've got the calorie content, and you think, fuck me, 200 calories or 300 calories or something in a muffin, and you figure, well, yeah, I could, like a muffin, but 300 calories, So that's how. I mean, I don't read every packet, to look at the calorie content, but I look at treats, and I figure, well, there's a couple of eclairs. How many calories in there? 300 each. Ooh, that's 600, because I'm going to eat both of them. So that's 600 calories. That's it's like, was it? How many? Was it 2,000 calories? 2,000 calorie for a regular person. 2,000 calories, I think, for a male. So there's 1/4. 2 eclairs is a quarter of my daily intake. And it's like garbage. It's like full of sugar and shit. So yeah, that's what kind of puts me off. Thinking, well, if I have these two, that's 1/4 of my daily intake, and nah. Let me see. Oh, Rex is in the house. Hello. Scott Graham asks, yeah, I'm having vodka and cloudy lemonade. Billy asks, says, it's amazing how much muscle weight you can put on in a short amount of time. I know. I'll tell you what, because the thing is, I'm 50. I've just turned 52 a month ago, right? June 6th. And 27 years ago, when I was 25, when I was proper training, I mean, there's a photograph of me I've shown on the channel, of me, the one where I'm doing one pose, a double bicep pose in the door frame. The idea was, which I tell everybody, you stand in the door frame, and as you progress, as you get bigger, more muscle, you fill the door frame more, so there's less of a gap between you and the frame, and that is visible on a camera, especially when you're flicking through, once a month, But yeah, so now, I mean, I've done some construction or destruction work. I went into a house. I had to use, that machine with a pole on it, where people are, you see the people chopping concrete out of the road. Sly Stallone had one in that one Total Recall. Anyway, but I used a smaller version of that above my head, chipping away at a fireplace, the fire stack. I'll tell you what, though, a week of that, or just a few days of that, even you start to notice, the shoulders are coming back because you're forced to do something. I've gone into a garden, and I've we were doing some work in there. I was humping paving slabs from one end of the garden to the next, and we were digging holes into doing his patio business. A few days of that, and you can feel it come back. It's amazing how the muscle. So if you were doing it when you were younger, and then you do it again when you're older, it's hard. It's harder work because you're older and your muscles don't repair as fast. But your body remembers, and it's amazing how you can grow bigger because your muscles remember the hard work that it used to do. So yeah, you can do it in a short amount of time. Yeah, just make sure you eat properly. Plenty of protein. Scott Graham, yeah, you have much more metabolism when you're younger. Oh yeah, when you're younger. I mean, Christ, I mean, I think I may have had it once, but I've seen people when I was young. When you're a kid, you can, you have sugar sandwiches. I mean, fuck, imagine eating sugar sandwich now. Christ, I'll probably drop dead from the shock, But yeah, as a kid, you can eat sugar sandwiches. You can eat all kinds of craziness. It just burns away. The older you get, the slower it moves, Barry, Mark, have you ever seen any decent shows or films on the telly lately? What's your all-time favorites? Boy, there's a moth or something. Actually, no, I haven't really watched. I mean, I tried to watch. I watched the Pirates of the Caribbean after watching the Johnny Depp and Amber Turd um, court case. What's the the court case. I figured, yeah, you know what? I haven't watched a Johnny Depp movie in a while, so I went up. I bought all the Pirates of the Caribbean 1 through, I don't know, 4. Number 5 didn't show up, but the thing is, I didn't have an account then. I was buying something as a guest, and as a guest, I can't contact the seller, so I couldn't tell them the fucking thing never arrived. That was £5 down the shitter. Anyway, but I don't think I've missed much. The first one, very good, very funny, entertaining. They gradually got shitter as they got on. I mean, Johnny Depp's the only decent thing in it, I think. But yeah, wasn't really that impressed. Public Enemies, where he's this is back in the 40s or 50s or something, where he's a gangster. Bank robber or something. That was quite good. Yeah, so there's a few good films out there, but to find a decent film, you need to go back. You got to go back to the 80s and 90s, but sometimes you got to go back further than that. There's one pops into my mind, Pelham 1, 2, 3. Now they did a remake with John Travolta, which was absolute shat. Okay, that's one where John Travolta. You see, that's the difference, because you go back. Walter Matthau was in it, in the original back in, I think that was like 69, 70, something like that. Walter Matthau, he's just a guy. He's like, oh Jesus, he's going through the motions. Has been thrown into a situation where he has to deal with this train hijacking. He's doing what he can, but he's slightly out of his depth. He's not the superhero like a remake would make. He's just a cop. He's like 5 years from retirement. It's like, Christ, I got to deal with this. But you've got the guy from Jaws, the boat captain who when they go out, I can't think of his name. Somebody, Robert Shaw. I want to say Robert Shaw. The one from Jaws, he's the boat captain. He's in it now. The difference is he is very calm. He's like, now I've hijacked the train. If you don't give me what I want, I'm going to start killing people and I'm going to start throwing them out onto the tracks. So you've got your time. Now don't be fucking with me. Right? Don't call my bluff. Just this is how it is. Okay. Now he's calm, cool, collected, very deadly, very menacing. But he doesn't lose his mind, doesn't lose his temper. He's calm. He's telling you how it is. And, just because he's got a calm demeanor, it's very authoritative and it's very dangerous. You go to John Travolta, he's screaming his dialogue. He's screaming down the radio about how he's going to be killing people and he wants £1 million and, all this other stuff. That's the difference. So if you want a decent film, it's just little things like that. A lot of actors don't know how to play subtle. If you want to see subtle, like Steve McQueen in the Magnificent Seven. Yeah, the Western one. You watch people like Steve McQueen when you've got Yul Brynner in the foreground, and then you've got Steve McQueen, because there's one famous scene where Yul Brynner, he's jumped onto the stagecoach and he's about to drive away. He's close to the camera, and next to him is Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen's got no dialogue. He's got no nothing. He's just sitting there. He's sitting there with a shotgun, making sure that nobody opens up on Yul Brynner, from a balcony window. He takes the opportunity to break the shotgun, take out the cartridge. Yep, okay, sounds good. Put it back in. Take it on. Yep, put it back in. And he's fucking with his hat. Yeah, okay, okay. The sun's over there, 1 o'clock position. Okay, good. Put the hat on there. Okay, and he's it's subtleness in the background. He's got nothing to do, so he does something. That's what you don't see in modern films. In modern films, you've got they have to be doing something important, not just in the background. And another one, Rick Moranis in I think it was the first Ghostbusters. He's been possessed by the Gozer, the dog demon. All right, and then the tall Ghostbuster, and I can't Ray Moranis, no, not Rick Moranis, the tall Ghostbusters. He's describing to the other Ghostbusters what Rick Moranis has just happened to him. All right, he's been possessed, and we're all going to. The whole town's going to shit because the ghosts are coming out and all this stuff. Rick Moranis, he's been possessed by a dog, a demon dog. He's in the background. He's got fuck all to do. So what he's doing? He's like, he's given us something to look at, rather than, because we're supposed to be looking at the Ghostbusters because they're the one giving us the dialogue, telling us what's happening in the movie. But you're drawn to a character who's standing behind the main characters because he's acting like he's a bit twitchy. He's a dog, and he's like, oh, what's this? That's the kind of thing you don't see much nowadays. Background actually being just as entertaining as the foreground. So, like I said, to answer your question, you got to go back. You've got to go back to quality acting, quality stories, quality dialogue. Back before the PC Brigade ever came in with the politically correct. Oh, I'm offended. Oh, Jesus, you can't say this, you can't say that. No, that's offensive to women. That's offensive to black people. That's fucking offensive to the queers. No, go back before then when comedy was comedy, action was action. And, yeah. There's a, I can't remember the name of the film. James Caan was in a movie. He played a policeman, a detective. Him and his partner that they're trying to track down a serial killer. And what it was this guy. He was a tranny, right? So he's dressed up as a chick. He's either a tranny or he was pretending to be a tranny or pretending to be a woman because he was at the stadium trying to kill somebody, and then they have a big fight in the ladies' bog, right? That's the kind of thing you can't do. You can't be fighting a tranny in a woman's bog anymore, and then arrest them, But yeah, because they just won't have it. But yeah, you got to go back to the good old days. Anyway. Oh boy. Let's see, jump there. Billy says, I was researching the vegan burger at McDonald's compared to the Big Mac, and there was like 20 calories difference. Fuck, really? Bloody hell. I didn't know. I'll probably look into that. Because they sometimes have their calorie contents on the back of the advertisement bits of paper they put on the trays. If that's true, that's pretty scandalous, Although they do say that the majority of the calories is in the sauce. I mean, because say if you go for some people, my mum, for example, she'll if she buys a Big Mac, she's too dumb to go in there and ask them to take. You got the top and the bottom bun, and then you got a bun in the middle. She's too dumb to ask them not to put it in there. She'll just get it and complain about it and then take it out. I'll just tell them not to fucking put it in there. That's what they're there for. But yeah, it's the stuff in the middle. It's the extra slice of bread there. And especially the sauces is what they say. If you go for a plain Big Mac with no sauce, apparently you will save yourself a lot of calories. Yeah, because basically the meat will be fine, the gherkin will be fine, the onion is fine. It's just all the sauce. That's where all the sugar is, And yeah, maybe that extra bit of bread, if you take that out, it'll be fine. But yeah, the sauces apparently. Scott Graham says exactly. Yeah, he's 30, And I know the older films are best. Yeah, absolutely. That's why. I mean, I have a whole stack of. I mean, I rarely watch DVDs anymore. I've got too much going on. But I tell you what, though, I would be hard pushed to go through that and find films that I would be willing to sell. I mean, I've got some films on my eBay thing, but they're the ones that are from the newspaper promotions. Oh, actually, I'll do another shameless plug. I might put this actually in the comments as well. If oh shit. If anybody get a pen, my eBay seller name is MADUR-5611. There you go. So, but yeah, I would be. I'm selling the ones that you get free with the papers. It's quite good ones actually. Some vintage ones, some old black and white war movies. But if I was to go through my collections along here, I would be really, really pushed to find any DVDs that I'd be willing to let go. I might find a few. The fucking Planet of the Apes ones. I mean, they were good, but I mean, not the original ones. I mean, talk about the remake, not the Marky Mark one. That's a bunch of horse shit. That was no. This is the one with the Englishman who played Commissioner Gordon in the Batman movies, not Tim Roth. Fuck me. Yeah, he played Commissioner Gordon in the Batman. Englishman. He directed Nil by Mouth with Ray Winston. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, the Planet of the Apes with him in it, maybe, but pretty much everything else, I've got some real crackers over there. Ones that I don't actually watch anymore, but they're so good. They're of a quality of an ilk, the quality level that you just so I know as soon as I get rid of it, I'll be regretting it. Yeah. Okay. No, I tell you what, it'd be interesting, because if I mean, I'm sort of like doing a shameless plug of my eBay, but no, it'd be interesting if anybody who watches this was to go onto the eBay thing and just what you could do, you can go on it and you can save me as a seller. So that way, I don't know whether you'll get alerted when I post something new, but yeah, if you're just curious about what I'm flogging, remember that I'm trying to build up a surplus, build up a wad, and and then I'll probably take a big wad, but then I'll try and find something interesting to buy, whether I'm thinking of an arcade game, but it's going to be fucking hard to get up the stairs. It's going to be a bastard. But I really want one, But anyway, I'm just saying, it might be something different by the time I get the money. So MADUR, that's lowercase, space 5611. There you go. I'll probably do another shameless plug in a while anyway with another one. But yeah, have a look, see what you think. You never know. It might be something you want, or yeah, because I figure the more people that look, the more stuff I can get rid of. Okay, we got Scott Graham. Jaws was a really great film, perfect for the cinemas. Yep, at the time, I'm sure. Indeed, yeah. It's one of those. You imagine them trying to do that now. I mean, what we got? You got three guys on a boat. Admittedly, that's just the second half of the movie, but three guys on a boat getting hunted down by a shark. That probably wouldn't fly. There has been shark movies since then, Deep Blue, but they involve a floating station on the ocean with a big tube going down to the ocean floor and lots of rooms, and it's a research station. I think that was Deep Blue. Had LL Cool J with and he was a chef. He had a parrot in that movie. But yeah, the shark gets into the complex. The complex is flooding. The shark's wreaking havoc. There's always got to be something. But three guys just sitting around, just talking. And you're waiting for the suspense to happen. Yeah, you just don't see it much now. Now they got to sort of finish it. If they don't have some action happening every fucking 5 minutes, people start complaining that they're not getting the money's worth. But no, it's suspense. That's the. I actually watched a movie, and I wish I could watch it again. Now I'm really. It had the guy from Plumber, the dad, not the daughter, Amanda Plummer, the dad Plummer, the actor. He was in The Sound of Music. Richard Plummer? No. Somebody remind me. He was in The Sound of Music. His name's Plummer. He was in the movie back in the 70s when he was a young man. Christopher, thank you. Peter B. Christopher Plummer and Billy, thank you. Christopher Plummer, when he was a young guy back in the 70s, he had to be mid-30s or so, right? Now there's a famous Elliot Gould. Elliot Gould was the bank teller. Christopher Plummer was the bank robber. He comes in real cash with a note saying, "I've got a gun, just empty the money, put it in a bag, just really calm, just walks out." What happened was something goes wrong. Christopher Plummer ends up having to run out real quick. Probably the guard shows up or something. Elliot Gould, the cashier, said, "Oh shit!" He pockets the money, right? Because he figures, well, we'll just blame it on the bank robber. He pockets the money, gets home, counts it. He's got all the money and he's hiding it in a jar. Christopher Plummer finds out where he lives. And he's a real mean bastard. This Christopher Plummer in there, he's a real shit. He's aside from being a bank robber, he's just a mean person. The way he, he's treating people that he knows, violently. And there's a scene where Elliot Gould's in his house. He hears a knock on the door, and he knows the guy's on the outside. And he's trying to pretend that he's not in, but Plummer knows that he's in because he saw him from the fucking street window. Christopher Plummer goes to his front door, opens the letterbox, and all you can see is his eyes. And he's saying, "I want my money." But basically he said, I can't remember the exact dialogue, but he's looking for the letterbox. All you can see is his eyes. "I know you got my money, and it's going to end really badly because I'm going to mess you up really good. Are you going to, basically he's telling him he's going to kill him without actually telling him he's going to kill him. He's like being real threatening. But that was it. And it was a bloody terrifying scene. You got this crazy fucker at your front door. He's looking for the letterbox, threatening your life if you don't come up with the goods that he's worked hard for to rob. And it's an amazing scene. You're looking at it and think, Christ, that is a lot more terrifying than a guy running around the street with a gun in a movie, that is. It was just a menacing, frightening scene. Where else can you see that? Where you see somebody's eyes through a letterbox and still be shitting yourself because you believe this guy when he says he's going to come in your house when you're asleep or when you're at work and he's going to fucking wait for you. He's going to strangle you with a piano wire because he wants his money. But that's the kind of quality you go for. You don't need to be screaming down the walkie-talkie like John Travolta or any of this. All you need is a pair of eyes with a look and a menacing tone of voice. I'll tell you, if anybody knows that, I swear to Christ, I can't give you any details on it other than it is like early 70s. Elliot Gould is the bank cashier. Christopher Plummer is the robber. If somebody knows the title, I would love to see that movie again. I'm sure I watched it on YouTube. I honestly don't. It was a lot of years ago. No, Peter B. It's not from Old Country from Old Men. No Country for Old Men. No. I'm wondering if there's a scene. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, this is from the mid-70s. Elliot Gould, Christopher Plummer. Yeah, if anybody knows, or if anybody wants to Google it or look on YouTube or eBay, okay, I've got a YouTube account and an eBay account. I'm getting the two mixed up all the time. YouTube, yeah, but that's where you got to go to get a decent movie, because you know the difference between English and American gangster movies. All right, the thing I've just thought about this: when you've got an English gangster movie, you've got you normally you've got the big heavy set thug, bodybuilder type, possibly short hair, menacing. He's using his size to intimidate people because that's all he's got. He's got his size and he's intimidating people out of there, whatever they got, who he wants, information, money, or whatever. Whereas you watch American gangster movies, you don't ever have that. You don't ever have the threat of somebody's size. You have the threat of what this person is willing to do if he doesn't get what he wants. That's the. I don't know. I don't really have a point to that. Just something I thought of when you watch English gangster movies against American gangster movies. I don't know whether it's because of the threat of that they might have a sidearm on them, so you've got that as a menacing. Whether they brandish it or not, it's psychological that if you have it on you, you're going to be, more. You might be more threatening without actually being threatening because you've got the ability to kill somebody. But yeah, the English ones they rely on the big thug types. I think. Peter B. Movie was The Silent Partner. Okay, thank you for that. Let me. There we go. Oh, I forgot to write on my calendar. I've got 3 eggs today. Okay, silent. All right, what's this? Oh, yeah. What's this? Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll read you this in a minute as well. Yeah, actually, shoot me a sec. Oh, yeah. What was it? The Silent Partner. Partner. All right, thank you for that. I'll tell you, I enjoyed that movie. But yeah, if anybody else wants to watch that movie, let me tell you, that scene in the when he's looking through the letterbox, and then all of a sudden, click, he goes down, and he's still out there, worth the money. Yeah, I got a letter from the council, fuckers, because somebody on the allotment. See what I do. Somebody complains to the allotment about my chickens. What I do is I let the. In fact, on 1 or 2 of the videos, I've actually filmed it where I've let them out of their compound, and they go across and over to the manure heap and the wood chip heap, right? Because they like to get the worms out of there. They don't cross onto any. Well, they try to sometimes, but I shoo them off. But they don't. So I and then I keep them under control. I got a letter, and it reads. All right, it's addressed to me. I have a few concerns about the management of your plot and would like your considered comments on the observations below, which is shit because I wrote back to the person, somebody called Erwin Tagg, some Welsh fucking goof, I would imagine. Apparently it's a woman. Erwin. EIRWEN, Erwin. Anyway, considered comment like my and would like your considered comments. So I actually wrote back explaining how shit this letter is and how they got it all wrong. They haven't replied to me. That was over a month ago. They've not bothered replying, so I guess they're not interested in my comments. On the observations below, I have been advised that your chickens are sometimes allowed to roam the allotment site. This is not allowed, full stop. Your chickens should remain in their hen house / run on your plot. What I am more concerned about is that prior to the DEFRA regulations of 5th of May 2022 relating to avian flu, they definitely should not have been outside, and it is implied that yours were. Please cease this practice immediately. Okay, so that's what. So I'll explain what I wrote back to him in a moment. Having visited your plot, this is when I wasn't around, by the way. They just fucking snuck in there and had a sniff around while I was away. They didn't invite me to, to visit, to participate in their meeting. Anyway, having visited your plot, it is obvious they are well looked after, but the plot is still an allotment plot and subject to the terms and conditions. This requires you to house your chickens. This requires you to house your chickens, but also cultivate the other area, so that is available to you. Cultivate the area that is available to you. This does not appear to have been done. As I am sure you are aware, keeping chickens on one patch of land can be detrimental to both chickens and the plot. So it would be useful to have a plan to move the accommodation around every few years. That last part is even extra stupid because, of course, I listed this in when I wrote them an email. Okay, so starting from the top, considered comment, right? They're not interested in my considered comments because I wrote to them and they haven't bothered replying back with a thank you very much for your, it's been advised that sometimes the chickens roam the allotment. Well, they don't roam the allotment. They go from their house to the manure heap, have a scratch around there for 20 minutes or whatever, and they and then they come back and they go back into onto my plot. The chickens are to remain in their house on your plot. According to the regulations of 5th of May regarding the avian flu, they should have been not been left outside. I wrote in the email to them that I said to them in their email, it's an allotment plot. Whether they are inside the cage, because remember, you've seen the videos, it's a huge metal, wired off cage. It's a huge enclosed area, big cage. Whether they are inside or whether they are outside, it's the same fucking thing because they're out in the open. They're out, well, they got a cover for shelter, but they're in an allotment plot. Whether they are one side of the fence or the other makes absolutely no fucking difference to whether they're going to catch, avian plague or whatever the hell's going on. I wrote that in there. They're not interested. As it implies that yours were, so please stop this practice immediately. So now they've got to stay in their thing. At the moment, they're staying in their. I allow them onto my plot, but I've fenced off my plot so they can stay on there. Having visited your plot, while I wasn't there, of course, it is obvious they are well looked after, but the plot is still subject to terms. It requires you to house your chickens, but also cultivate the other area. Apparently, well, you've seen the video. Well, a lot of you have seen the videos. You've seen the fucking work I've done. I spent a shitload of money and time and effort and to dismantle pallets, cut them to size, wood stain them, assemble them into a square box, put them in position, find big logs to put them in, find branches to put them in, put barrel loads of wood chip and manure in them, and then grow plants. So I've got like 8 of them. In my latest video, I've got this huge round metal fenced one. It's a metal one. I've got that. Although that one and the 4 tires, a lot of raised bed made out of tires, they've been after. But when they sent this, I had 8 of those wooden raised beds, which I made. So apparently that's not good enough. And I've got lots of 6 or 8 plant pots growing berries and all kinds of stuff in plant pots, scattered around. So apparently that's not good enough. So that's why I had to put the tires in there, and I had that metal round circle filled with logs and wood chip and everything else. So it's like a wooden raised bed, but with wire fencing, so it's open to the owners. So hopefully that'll keep them off my back. But apparently I wasn't doing enough, so that's why I had to do all that stuff. This does not appear to be have done, so they're not happy with the amount of work that I've done, even though it's a fuck sight more work than the neighbouring plots, who haven't done shit all. In fact, there's one other plot who actually gets regular letters from the council saying, look, you're not doing shit, go over there and sort the weeds out. And then she goes in, spends a day getting all the weeds out. You don't see her for another 6 months. Now, this is the interesting one. Again, I'm assuming that most of you have seen the allotment videos of me and so you can see what kind of setup I've got with the chickens. As I'm sure you are aware, keeping chickens on one patch of land can be detrimental to the chickens and the plot, which I agree. If you keep chickens on the same plot, on the same dirt for an extended period of time, the manure builds up, the methane builds up, the contaminants build up. That's perfectly true. When it goes on to say, so it'd be useful to have a plan to move the accommodation. So what they're saying is, to move the accommodation, they're saying that I should take that big metal wire huge cage. Remember, this is 15 feet long by, actually, it's 11 wide. I know because of the hole that where the structure was built on. It's 11 wide and it's got to be 15 long, right? So they want me to pick that up, even though the base of it is screwed into wood around the base and buried. Okay, so nothing can burrow underneath it. I want to take that up and move it like a bunch of dumb shits. They think I'm going to do that. So I counter that, which I put this in there in the email to them. I counter this by saying, no. I can't be moving the fucking structure over. It's just too much work and it's buried and it's in the dirt. So what I do is I go in, instead of moving the structure onto a new patch of dirt, I go in and I excavate the dirt. What I'll do, I'll go in and I've got this this big metal, this plastic sieve. All right, what I do, you go in, get a big shovel, put it in the sieve, shake it about. The dirt goes into the wheelbarrow, which I give to the neighbouring plots because it's full of nutrients for them, and I give it to them, and they can plant shit with it. Shake the dirt into the wheelbarrow to give to the neighbouring plots. The wood chip that is not yet rotten stays. Okay, and I do that. I give away half a dozen wheelbarrows on a weekend. I'll do that for hours. It will drop when you go in. It will drop the level walking into the chicken area by almost a foot. If I do half a dozen wheelbarrows, the water level will drop, the dirt level will drop. So that means you've got an extra foot of headspace, So then what so I've taken 6 wheelbarrows of dirt out, given them to the neighbours. I'll bring in another 6 wheelbarrows of fresh wood chips, and I'll throw them in. Okay, so and of course in between when I'm doing the sieving, in the months in between, every day I'm going in there and I'm turning the dirt over. I find some bird shit, I'll turn it over. Every week I do a complete front to back with a shovel, turn every inch of it over. But during the week, it's just it's just like do 4 or 5 shovel worths. Just go in, turn them over wherever the manure is. So yeah, instead of moving the complex, I just change the dirt. That's what I do, and then I'll put the wheelbarrow of wood chip in there. It'll bring the level up again. They can scratch around. When they're crapping all over it, I can go in. I can turn it over with a shovel. Over a period of months, that will rot down into dirt, so they can scratch around in there. They can do what they like, and then I've done that twice now, I think. So and I wrote all of this, how full of shit they are and how wrong they are, in an email, and they haven't bothered to reply. So I'm guessing that, yeah. And I tell you, I was livid when I found out, when I got this letter, man, that somebody would have the audacity not to come to me and say, but they would go to the council. So I was going mad. right? And I was like in no fucking mood to be tolerating anybody sort of, So, but yeah, I mean, I've had a few people come to me. I've had one guy who I thought he was. He come up and he said he swore up and down that it wasn't him, and I tend to believe him because I mean he was one of the three favorites. But he swears up and down it wasn't him. I believe him because he came straight to me and said, "Look, I know you've heard a bunch of stuff, and this is fucking shit, and it's nothing to do with me." And then I mean, and other people have come to me and says, "Listen, look, we're on your side. You're a great guy. You look after the chickens. They're fucking great. We love them. They're the best chickens you've ever." So, yeah, some of them tell me, it's the best chickens that have that have been looked after, the best looked after chickens I've ever seen, which is quite a compliment, And they tell me that they're on my side and they think that it's all fucking, it's a bullshit thing that somebody's done by ratting me out. We're pretty certain we know who it is. You can tell by people's behavior, because there's one person who you go in and the conversation range from hello, see you later, or all the way to a 10-minute conversation, and then they, but now it's completely blank. He'll actually see me and start heading for the door, for the gate without saying a word, and that looks very suspicious, because it's totally out of character. Somebody who you talk to regular ignores you and does their best to sort of get out of your way. And other people have said, yeah, I'm pretty certain it's him, because they've known him for longer, But yeah, it's just a shame, I tell you, I was ready to pack the fucker up, because I'm thinking, okay, well, I spent 300 quid on that cage and all the accessories to, all the stuff that went with it, all the, the cage, the wire. Spent a bunch of times fixing it up. I've had it for a year. I've got the chickens. I've had them for a year and a bit. And I was thinking, right, okay, who can I could give the chickens back to the guy that I got them from. That'd be no problem. He's got 12 chickens. It'd be no problem for him to take another, and all these things are going through my head. Do I want to put up with this shit for the next several years? I mean, fuck me, I'm 52. If I'm going to keep the allotment till I die, I've probably got 30 years to go, maybe, if I'm, do I want to put up with this shit? Oh, I mean, admittedly, these lot are not going to last 30 years anyway. They're all old folks. But it's just the kind of shit that you got to put up with having an allotment. You got people. It's bad enough in this day and age where you've got to watch what you say at work because somebody will rat you out. I've actually been ratted out at work by. This is when I was at the Argos. This is nobody I'm working. You've got 5 people that you're working with in the bay. I'm having a conversation with them up on one of the floors. Having a conversation. One of the office folks who sit at a fucking cubicle desk all day heard what I'm saying and then ratted me out to my manager because he or she didn't like what I was having. It was a private conversation between me and this other person. They were earwigging and then took it upon themselves to, So that's the kind of thing you've got to worry about. That you've got to worry about the people that you work with. You've got to worry about the people that you're in the allotment with. You got to worry about people that you got to worry about, nowadays you got to worry about, what you put on, on your social media because somebody will. That's why I don't have one of these Twitter accounts. Godfrey, that was around here fixing up the channel here, asked me, he said, "Oh, do you want a Twitter account?" And and I said, "Fuck no! Are you kidding me?" Every time somebody goes in and shoots up a McDonald's or plants a bomb on it or does anything, so the first thing they do, straight onto their Twitter account, find out what they've been writing over the last 5 years. Admittedly, I'm not about to go shoot a place up in that, but I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that if anything happens, if I ever get into any trouble from what I've said or done, the first thing they're going to do, go onto the Twitter page, find out. Oh, he's a Trump supporter. Oh, he subscribes to Nazi Weekly, he does that. He's a member of a club. They'll find this out and they use it against you. And I figure, fuck that. It's bad enough that I've, I've got little enough options to express myself anymore anyway. What with YouTube going the way it is, and then they're trying to be advertiser friendly. Get the fuck out of here. You ask the advertisers whether they're concerned about what people say. No, we want eyes to look at our adverts. We don't care what the guy says, So anyway, kind of derailed there. I lost what. Anyway, so that's that. So yeah, So you got to it's getting to the stage where, and I'll tell you, I put I've said this before. I've talked about this on live stream, and it's starting to bite us in the ass. The days gone by, 10 years, 15 years ago. That's not very long ago. 10, 15 years when they were handing out participation medals, participation medals. Kid shows up for sports day, no matter if he comes in first or 31st, he gets a medal. That's a fucking problem. And I could see it then, because then what you're doing is you're saying to kids, well, you don't even need a try and you get a medal. I'm itching because I need a shave. I'm fucking itching over here. Now the craze at the moment is telling children, you're perfect the way you are. Yeah, you're a fat slob, thick as shit. You don't know anything. No, you're just perfect. No. And then, of course, was it? There's a Jordan Peterson. He said something. He says, you tell a young person that they are perfect the way they are. That's detrimental, because that's saying to them, you don't even need to progress. You don't need to improve yourself. You don't need to strive to progress or nothing. You don't need to do anything. You're perfect the way you are. And that's the problem. And now these little shits are getting into the workforce, and now you look at them cross-eyed, and then they're straight in the office. And I'm telling you, and it's happened. That's how I got fired from the John Lewis one. I was in there. I told you about that fucking brown fucker. He wasn't black. He was brown. He's one of these half types. I bang into his trolley. He's going, yo, man, what are you doing, man? I was like, what? And I'm like, listen, don't talk to me like that. I'm a fucking white man, all right? Tell me what you need, and don't be talking to me like I'm a fucking black man. What do I look like? Straight in the office, got me fired. Yeah, out the door in fucking 20 minutes flat. And he had some fucking cunt to back his story. Some woman who was standing by, not doing her work, just paying attention to what was going on. It's that simple. And this little twat was like 17, 18, gets me fired. I was there for 4 years. I'm out the door in 15 minutes. And that's the problem. You've got kids growing up. You don't even need to try. There's a medal. Nah, don't bother doing anything spectacular. You're fine just the way you are, And then they grow up and they get into the workforce when they're around men. And they're like, yeah, but I showed up. Yeah, no, mate. You do. I'm working with people that, I can't go into too much because I don't know. They know I've got a site, and I've got a feeling they might be, they might watch. But I work with people who are not that bright, and they're not that motivated. Without getting into too much detail, honestly, it's like. It's a struggle sometimes because we got a bunch of anyway. They'll sit around talking, fucking with their phones while you're over there sweating, doing your work, and trying to hump stuff around. They won't help you. They're always there's three of them. Africans. They're always talking in their mumbo jumbo language. Even when you're in the back of a lorry with them, loading lorries. They won't speak English. No, to include you. No. The three of them, they'll be talking their fucking gibberish amongst themselves. Probably, talking about Christ knows what. It's just fucking rude. Yeah, and they will not. Once they're together, they will not speak English. And, it is just a fucking nightmare. Dealing with them lazy fuckers. I've got some, I hate being around lazy and stupid people, but that's what it's like. You got people who just don't give a shit wander around aimless. Oh, they're all younger than me, and they're like, they got. The thing is, when we get new people in, we've had a bunch of new people, and I took it. I'm not in a management position, but I've tried to show them and say, listen, you're young. I'll give you a bit of advice. Don't let the fucking management see you standing there like a dummy with your arms crossed, because they're going to start thinking, why are we paying this guy? I don't fucking pay the guy to stand in the corner like a dummy. So I say to him, grab a broom, sweep the fucker, sweep the floor, find somebody who needs some help, help them. Even if they don't need too much help, have them explain what they're doing and you pay attention. So at least you have a leg up when, so you know roughly what's going on. But at the very least, run around with a broom, because they they don't do that, and especially the new one. He's related to the management, which I asked, I within 2 days, the first or second day, I asked the supervisor, who's he related to? Nobody. No, he's just, he is, because of the, he's been trained on everything computer-wise. He's been trained to sort of delegate jobs. He's been there a month, and already he's delegating work to the rest of us, saying, right, okay, you do this. Watch out for that. Watch that. Yeah, do this and do that. And the guy, the kid's he's got no get up and go. I mean, he's probably a decent enough kid. Don't want to speak too much badly about him, but I mean, he's, he told me he's 23 years old. I actually thought he was 16. I thought he was straight out of school when he showed up. I thought, was looking at him and looking at his work ethic. I thought he was a 16-year-old fucking dummy. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto that subject. Headman. Actually, I'm going to... Actually, Scott Graham, I like your attitude, Mark. Well, I ain't seen the video, but you're talking sincerely as to say it's no harm. People will complain about anything, but maybe they have a cat or dog. Yeah, I think that's in relation to something I might have said earlier. Anyway, but yeah, you like the attitude. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I just tell the truth the way I see it. Headman says, Mark, have you seen the film Four Lions? Very funny comedy film. I don't know. That does sound familiar. Four Lions. If I'm correct, so I'm thinking of something without lions in it. Is it? It's like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He's like living in Boston or something, and Four Lions. I don't know. Sounds familiar. Oh dear, my eyes. Was it Cosmic 87? Says Mark MP. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there'll be some changes. There'll be some changes if I was the MP. Oh yeah, Barry, just don't shoot up a primary school. Yeah, no, I'll tell you, I mean, that's pretty bad when they do that, and it's just not on. I mean, shooting up anywhere really is not on, but I mean, who the fuck goes into a primary school and does, like in Texas, they shoot up a primary school. You see, the thing is, what it is, it's because they're cowardly motherfuckers. Because if they were to walk into a supermarket, McDonald's, place of work, where there are people armed, that's, they don't want that. They don't want that kind of aggregation. They go in and kill little, it's just, no, it's not on. Fair play. Scott Graham, fair play, taking the moral high ground. Damien, snowflake generation, indeed. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of working with. I mean, everywhere I go, I mean, probably because I'm getting on a bit. I'm usually one of the, especially now that I'm getting on a bit. I'm usually one of the older people there. I mean, everybody, you got this new kid who's related to the bosses, who's gone straight into sort of working on the computer and semi-supervisory position because he gets to delegate work. He's only been there a month, but he's 23. The others got to be the same age, about 23, so they're half my age. I don't much like working with young people. I don't have a whole hell of a lot in common with them, for starters, and two, I noticed that as well when you've got, because I work with young people and usually they're as thick as shit. They all seem to get together. They all seem to congregate because of the same age, I guess. Same age and same work ethic and brain length, brain strength. They all seem to congregate together and they sort of hang out in the warehouse and all associate with each other. Which is a bit of a bummer for me because it means that I don't get to have conversations during the day, or especially decent, honest, sensible conversations. It's difficult, which normally you can only have somebody who's older, who's lived. Cosmic 87. Mark needs 10 million subs. Knocks sense into the herd. Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, if I was in charge, I tell you what. If I was in charge of that place, there'd be a lot of changes. There wouldn't be any driving around with people hanging off the forklift. There wouldn't be people climbing on the forks. Wouldn't be any of this shit. There'll be people wearing their safety shoes for starters. There'll be people wearing their high vis vests for starters as well. Yeah, there wouldn't be people standing around for ages. See, that's what. Yeah, because that kind of annoys me as well. But when you've got these Africans, they'll stand around in their group of three, fucking with their phones, listening to them. What they do, they drive around with their earphones in. What have they got? Because they've got a phone in one end of the warehouse playing the music, and they've got it linked, wireless linked. And I was, this new guy. I was just on Friday. I said, "Oh, have you seen this guy?" He said, "Oh yeah, he's over there somewhere in the van." So I went around. I'm shouting his name. Right? What the fuck's he gone? Is he in the bog? Is he gone to lunch? I'm shouting his name. I hear something in the rustling going on in the back, in the corner. I go over and he's sort of putting stickers and whatnot on the pallets. And I said, "Listen, I've been calling your fucking name for the, I said, listen, what if I was to be shouting, watch out for that forklift, watch out for that thing falling on you?" Yeah, because you wouldn't have been able to hear me. This is the kind of shit that's you got to deal with. Accident waiting to happen. You just don't listen to music while you. I mean, have a radio going, great, but something you can zone out in and out. But don't have it so you can't hear somebody calling your fucking name. That's just asking for an accident to happen. Yeah, Jess Marie. We're just jumping. Jess Marie, I'm 19 and love work. Other people will come in with the complete opposite mindset. Indeed, I tell you, because I do. I have I think I like you there, because I meet people all the time who think it's just a youth club. They come in to socialize and they do a little bit of work just to break up the monotony of having a conversation for 8 hours. Where I go in and I actually give a shit. I've got a certain amount of stuff that I need to do because it's going to be advanced, because it either needs to go out tonight or it needs to be done because it's Friday and it's the first chance we're going to get is Monday when we come back, and then you've got to follow up on this job. It actually concerns me. I want to get things wrapped up. I want to be able to take control of a job, finish it, and that's done. Right, brand new on Monday. Yeah, but these fuckers, they'll get a delivery. They'll leave corner. Fuck it, somebody else will deal with it. We've had parcels there for 4 hours. We've come across and said, "Well, DHL. I mean, they arrived at 9 this morning. What the fuck? Fucking thing's been sitting there by the back door for hours and hours on end because nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody, fuck it, throw it over there." That's the kind of shit we got to, I don't know what it is, younger generation versus older generation. And the thing is, the management, that they don't kick ass, and that's why things happen. And he fucking moans. He moans at me, because a machine, a shredder gets broke. right? The shredder stops working. Something's happened to it. The paper shredder. Of course, it's my fault because I'm the one that reported it. I went up and said, "Oh, are you aware there's a problem with the shredder?" He comes, fucking hell, fucking hell, fucking hell. And then he's asking everybody, who was the last person to use it? Oh, not me, not me, not me. No, everybody's denying it up and down. So, of course, it's my fault because I'm the one that reported it, right? And I'm saying, do you realize that I haven't used it in a week? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm the one that reported it was damaged. But it's my fault for being an asshole, you know. Scott Graham says, I deserve more likes. Indeed. You know, I do deserve more likes. I tell you, because the more likes I get, the more motivated I am to keep going. You know, it's I mean, it's all very well because I tell you, I see the same names come up in here and in the comments on regular videos, and it's good having a loyal. I do have, you know, more loyal than I deserve or expect, but I do have a loyal fan base, and you know, but I need more. You know, yeah, because the more you get, you know, because it's the motivation. If you don't have a lot of subs or your subs just stay at the same number, you're thinking, oh God, what am I doing? You know, but if it increases, you know. Yeah, T29 as oh dear. Fuck me, that's a long, weird name. All right, Mark, thoughts on the pride flag? Ugh, being everywhere, including in the local Tesco. I do not like that gay flag rainbow bullshit. Skittles made a white bag with a pride gay pride bullshit on it. I will ignore. I will not buy that product. I've seen taxis go round, and it's got the gay flag on the thing. If a product has it on it, I will not buy that product. You know, it's just fucking bad news. I don't like to see it on you know. I haven't been to Tesco in a while, but yeah, any product in there, you know, I will not buy a product with that thing on it. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not particularly thrilled with the lifestyle. I don't want to see it, unless it's a couple of hot chicks. I mean that's different, right? But I definitely don't want to see. Definitely don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear. You know, if they want to be proud with the way they are, great. Fuck them. Be proud, but be fucking quiet about it. All right. But I think their thoughts that pride means loud. Pride means tell everybody. No, it just means be proud, be whatever, be, you know, just fucking don't tell anybody, right? Just stay the fuck away, just be quiet. That's all I ask, you know. Dave says, thank heavens the holy month of Pride is over now. Their crappy rainbows are all over the place nowadays. Yeah. I tell you what, if a rainbow flag came under the underpass I take to go to the shop, I'm putting a can of paint on it. Same as what I do with the George Floyd motif. If they ever painted that on the bridge, or you know what we have underpasses, it's like we're under the road. Yeah, people paint more murals on that. If a George Floyd went up there, same as a gay flag, you get a can of paint on it. Anyway, yeah, Gay Pride Month. We don't have a straight Pride Month, you know. So what the fuck? Cosmic 87. I hammered warehouse and factories, Mark. I'm only 34, but I see young geezers come in from the agencies or a something job, and most of them are glued to their phones and always need to tell them what to do. Yeah. None of them have any get up and go. I mean, even this new guy, the one straight in, he's even the one that's related to somebody who they kept that a secret because I actually asked them. It was obvious to me the second day he got there. The first day, it was obvious he was dumb as hell. He didn't know anything. He did, and well, it's not his fault. I suppose he hasn't worked in a warehouse. I get, he hasn't used a pump truck. I asked him, which is fair enough. But no, get up and go. Give him a management position. Tell him what to do. He's on the phone all the time. Yeah, scrolling. He won't pick up a fucking broom. He won't help you do what your heavy load, what you're doing over there, breaking your fucking neck trying to get a load of boxes piled up onto a pallet. Oh no, he'll go up and down his phone over here. Oh yeah, interesting. I can't fucking stand those people. Yeah, they just got no get up and go. It's amazing, and they get away with it. How the fuck? If I was management, I'd be saying, listen, I don't want to fucking see you bastards sitting around. If you want to sit around, fucking clock out. You can take an extra long lunch, clock the fuck out, and get out. Cosmic 87, zero initiative. Yeah, they don't know what to do. See, when I was growing up, when I was coming up in the warehouses, 16, 17, 18, I'd be doing my job, and I used to get some advice off the older people who would be my age now, who were of that age then. They would say to me, listen, don't let the manager see you standing around because he will not he doesn't want to pay you to stand around. Grab a broom. Just make yourself look busy. Look busy. You don't have to be fucking busy. Just look busy. If there's any old rubbish, take it out of the skip. If there's some crap on the floor, just sweep the floor. Look like you're doing something because they don't want to pay you for doing shit all. And that kind of sunk in because even now, if I've got fuck all to do, I'll grab a broom. I'm 52. I've been in the warehouses for 30 years, 35 years. I'll grab a broom and I'll sweep the floor because I know it looks bad, when you stand around doing shit, doing fuck all. Headman says, Mark, there's a viral video on a young man on the news complaining about having to work, and then he reveals he's a dog walker. Yeah, I tell you, kids want everything now, and they want it for free, and they want it now, and they don't want to do anything for it. Unfortunately, it's going to get worse because the next generation are coming up. So we've got to deal with this generation. We've got to deal with the next one in 10 years' time. These 8-year-olds who are running around, no, you're perfect the way you are. Don't. No, them silly motherfuckers. They're going to grow up 10 years' time. They're coming into the workforce. Ugh. Oh, there you go. Scott Graham. Mark, do you prefer shopping from Tesco or Iceland? Well, that's the thing. Iceland do a lot of dry goods, but they primarily 95% of their stuff is frozen. And if you want to fill your freezer up with frozen stuff, Iceland's where to go. Canned goods, dried goods, Tesco, because you can get the shop brands, as I always do. 95% of the time it's shop brands. You can do all that. You can still get frozen stuff, and you can still get some good deals on the frozen stuff as well. But yeah, so it depends on what you want. Canned and dry goods, Tesco or any supermarket, just go with shop brands. Save yourself a bunch. Just get shop brands over name brands. And yeah, Iceland, or if you live near farm foods, they're the same thing, just a low budget Iceland. But they don't deliver where Iceland will deliver. So yeah, depending on what you want. Oh, there you go. Actually, I like getting comments like this. Actually, T29 AS. Mark, your dry wit is hilarious. Got me in stitches. Oh, thank you. Well, also so true. Actually, that second so is redundant, I think. Also true. But yeah, no, I tell you what, the thing is, it's funny. It's good to get a comment like that because I don't realize, because I just, by my nose, I talk and I tell you how it is, and the way I see things, and the way my 52-year-old brain works regarding work, politics, aliens, fucking every subject. I don't realize. I mean, I realize that certain things other people won't agree with, mainly because they're a different opinion, or they could be snowflakes who just get upset, but through anything. But it's, but yeah, I don't always realize that people will find it funny or strange or different hearing my points of view. I mean, I've been told in the past that, people have said to me, you're a funny, in person, you're a funny guy, the things you say. And for me, they're just the normal things that I would say, but other people find them funny, but thank you for that compliment. I'll tell you what, I'll do a shameless plug if I might. Nope. Yeah, I've got a thick fingerprint or thumbprint, or I can do my was it a 6-digit number? Let's see. Yeah, anybody who wants to look at my eBay site, I've got some crap on there for sale. I've got some McDonald's toys. I've got those. Where'd that thing go? Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of these. These are in job lots of 80 and 100. But if you hang around for a while, when I get down to the last lot, I'll be selling in half a dozens, mainly because of the postage. It costs the same to post one as it does, I don't know, half a dozen of them, probably, 3 or 4 of them. So I'll sell them, as many as I can in one bundle, just to so I will get raked on the postage. All right, but yeah. So and then I've got some books. I've got a load of books on sale. What else have I got? T-shirt got sold. The egg cup got sold. Anyway, there'll be some other stuff. Any old shit that I can drag. I'll find some stuff in the loft and stuff. All right. Some DVDs. All right. So if you want to have a look. Put me in your favorite sellers so you can come back and have a look and see if I've got some new stuff. Lowercase, okay. MADUR dash 5611. Actually, I'm just going to have a look at this. There's nothing on here that's of secret. So there you go. MADUR dash 5 something 11. Is that 65? I've forgotten. MADUR 5611. There you go. So I'll just hold that there for a second. Yeah, that's yeah. So want to have a look at that, by all means. Have a ganders, buy something. Oh, and what I'll do. Oh, just a sec. Oh, Christ. Oh. Oh boy. I tell you, this is what I don't like, sitting down. This is why I'm always moving, getting work done at work. I'm not one for sitting down, and my back aches, my legs are fucking killing me. And everyone that buys something, whether it's you or I'll put one of these in. Hopefully, I might better that they'll look at this and think, oh, okay, I'll check this out. But if you're already looking at the channel and you see my videos and you're a regular, yeah, I'll throw one of these in just for shits and giggles. So I don't know. There you go. Get the glare. Put one of them in. These are what I and I'll turn that around. These are what I put on the buses, the bus shelters. I'm on the bus. I jam these under the window. When you got your window and you got I just jam these under wherever I'm sitting. I'll put a couple of them there, so the next guy comes along, hopefully he'll pick them up. Anyway, so yeah, I'll throw one of them in so that just for you can say I bought this from Mark's Remarks. Anyway, Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, hello. Oh, it took me. I didn't. Oh. Anyway, oh, I'll tell you what. Yeah, there's a contribution from one of my regulars and what do they call that? The moderator. Keep it all right. Peter B. Big shout out. 4.49, £4.49. Writes, thanks for the support, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's some good, yep, good advice. Refer to friends as this all helps. Indeed, it does. Mark's eBay, MADUR 5611. Thank you very much, Peter B. Yeah, actually, that eBay name, I don't think I can change it. It gave it to me, and now I can't change it. I'm thinking so. Otherwise, I would have had Mark's Remarks. That would have been excellent having that as a YouTube name. But yeah, there you go. Oh, that's very generous of you, Peter B. Thank you. A big thank you to you. And if anybody, yeah, and I tell you that's one way of helping the channel. But I tend not to promote that, although it's very generous and it's great when people do that. It's very appreciative. What I do try to promote is if you want to help the channel without actually doing anything, just allow when you're watching my videos, you can allow the ads to play. The ones I'm trying to position my fingers there so I was in. The ads that come at the bottom of the screen, the ads that come in the top right corner, if you let them play or click on them once in a while, they don't pay shit, but it adds up. But yeah, or you can go the extremely generous route that Peter B has done. Yeah, no, it's very good. Peter B, thank you very much. All right. Yeah, and of course he's listed the eBay site. So if anybody wants to check that out, yeah, because I figure that might be a slick way of advertising my stuff that I got for sale. I'll advertise it on here. Everybody who watches at least will have access to the name and because what it'll be some useful stuff. Sometimes I might be able to get some stuff out of the bin at work. I'll put that on there. Yeah, it's all good. Oh my God! They're coming in thick and fast now. What is this? Scott Graham. Thank you ever so. A £4 donation from and a little moving emoji. Somebody with a cup of drink. Oh, I've never seen that one before. Big salute to there you go, Scott Graham, £4. Thank you very much. That's very generous. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's quite a shocker when that happens, It doesn't happen every live stream, but no, it's just a big surprise, a welcome surprise when that happens. So yeah, it's very good, thank you. Yeah, it's quite an amusing emoji as well. All right, some comments there. John D, do you like Guinness? Actually, when I was about 20, I used to have there was the phase that some people were having was Guinness and black. That's Guinness with some black blackcurrant cordial. You'd normally mix with water. Put the cordial in the Guinness. It didn't really get a. I've never, I didn't really like it. It's not really my. It's not very. It's a very uncarbonated drink, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's 30 years ago. But I recall it not being as contrasted to say lager, which is carbonated. So yeah, I mean I have drank it 30 years ago, but I mean if I was to drink it today, I don't know if I would like it or not. If I can get the tripod for this new phone of mine, I could do a review. Maybe I'll give it a go. Cosmic 87. Hopefully we will get more food reviews. It has been going quieter and quieter, Mark. Yeah, because I had problems with the camera, downloading it onto the computer. I had problems there. This is not going to be much bloody better because actually Yeah, see, this is going to be, while I can do what in selfie mode, I can, like at the on the allotment, I was filming it this way, but I can have it facing me. If I get a tripod thing, I can have it facing me, and then I can see myself, and then and I can do a review in front of the camera of the drink or chocolate bar, whatever it is. Trouble is, I'll have to do it from start to finish because I can't pause. I can edit. Well, there's a way of editing, but I don't know how to do that yet. It's all a big mystery to me. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, a bit of. It may be difficult trying to do cookery videos because trying to do a cookery video from start to finish, I have done that in the past, but that's it's better when you got to pause when you can stop and start. But I can definitely do some reviews where I can stand in front of the camera and say, this is what this tastes like and all that stuff. Damien says, yep, nice one at Peter B. Yeah. Very generous donation from Peter B. And Scott Graham, of course. David Schnapps. There's a drink called Schnapp. Well, yeah, it's an alcohol drink, isn't it? Schnapps. Is it like flavored vodka, I think? I went skiing once and in Austria, and they were drinking schnapps, but I was too young, so I never got a chance to drink it. Yeah, maybe I'll try it one day. Davy Schnapps. Mark, I think you can actually change your username. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I'll ask around. I don't know. The trouble is, it's like people with YouTube channels. There's a million of them out there, but if you ask anybody, nobody's got a channel. So it's like that with eBay. I've got to hunt around. Even if I find somebody with an eBay channel, if I say to them, "Can you actually change your name on the eBay channel?" They'll probably say, "Well, I don't know. Fuck knows. I've had it for years. I don't know." Yeah, but if I can, then I will. Because I'll change it to Mark's Remarks, and that'll be a whole lot easier. I could just say, "Yeah, go onto my eBay, Mark's Remarks," instead of. Shit. Instead of MADUR-5611. Yes, it'd be a whole lot easier. All right, what's going on here? Basil Faulty. Oh my God. £5 donation. Thank you ever so much. That's I'll tell you what, that's extremely generous there. Basil Faulty donated £5. He goes on to write. Oh, it's jumped. Oh fuck! Oh Jesus! I'll get let's jump there. Nice to see you back, Mark. Thank you very much. Covering many topics and mainly destroying the woke gay, the woke gay, politically correct anti-white agenda being smudged in our faces. Indeed. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the fan of the gayness or the wokeness or the politically correctness. I'm just not. I actually tell people, I say, listen. When I tell them about the channel, I say, listen, go onto the cookery ones. It's all wholesome and all this. Nothing to worry about there. But I people when I'm telling them about the channel, I say, listen, if you're easily offended, don't go onto my live streams because you'll be you'll be disappointed. So what do you do? I tell them what Scott Graham, my God, is a 20. Jesus, Scott Graham with a £20 donation. Oh. Thank you, Evers. Thank you again. That's incredible. And another victory hippopotamus. Wow! Thank you to everybody. There you go. Scott Graham was the latest one to throw in there. That is amazing. I can't believe it. People man, I don't know what's going on. Or is there something I don't know about? That's so. It's no, I tell you what, this is this is extremely generous. Well, makes me wish I had a better show for you. But anyway, I'll see what I can do. Tell you what, though, I've been going 2 hours 45 minutes. In fact, 2 hours 44, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got, I'll tell you what, we've got a bunch of people watching. Anybody not hit the thumbs up, by all means. I think it helps with the algorithm. I don't know if it really does anything, but it's probably better to hit it than not. It's probably going to do any harm. But yeah, anybody not done it, by all means. Let me see. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Right, I'm just going through the that question. So yeah, Peter B, Scott Graham with his first contribution, Basil Fawlty, and then Scott Graham again. I tell you, be very generous. Thank you to everybody. Oh, it's frozen there. I need to start running the streams. Cosmic 87. I need to start running the streams. Yeah, I don't know what running the streams is. Scott Graham says, get yourself a box of beer. Thank you very much. I think I might actually, because I saw in the co-op they actually do boxes of they got Bud, they got Heineken. Yeah, I'll get a case. In fact, I'll get a case in the co-op. In fact, I'll get it tomorrow. I've got one of those shopping trolleys on wheels. Like old people. You've seen them, the old pensioners. I tell you, they are great. It beats the shit out of carrying shopping bags home. Let me tell you, you just put them in there. It's on wheels. Anyway, so yeah, I'll take that to the shop and I'll pick up a case of beer paid for by Scott Graham. I should do that, and I should drink them in your honor. Cosmic 87, enjoy it, Marge. Was that Mark? Enjoy it, Mark. Food reviews. Yeah. I'll have to do some more. Yeah, I'm gonna hunt around for an attachment. Yeah, Peter B. He says, "Wow, guys, awesome crowd on tonight." Indeed, they are. Yeah, a lot of people throwing in their comments and questions. It's all good. Oh, there you go. Adam Palfrey. Hi, Mark. My wife, Shelley, is a massive fan. In capitals. Can she have a shout out? And there's one of those crosses for a little, like on the birthday cards, all kisses. I hope that's from Shelley and not you, but okay. Yeah, big shout out for Adam Palfrey and wife Shelley. Shout out to the two of you. T29, are you still farming tomatoes? I tell you what, I've still got a whole bunch. I've got a boatload of tomato seeds over there in the little cup. The weather's good, so I could start a new batch on the windowsill. I tell you, I have some wicked. That is a magic windowsill out there in the kitchen. I've grown lots of stuff on there. Yeah, I could do a new batch, I suppose. I'll have to do it soon though, because I mean it's the weather's not going to last forever. Yeah, I'll tell you the last one. If anybody's interested in my tomato plants, type in Mark's Remarks tomato plants, and you'll see when the tomato plants were over here, all the way to they were sort of midget tomato plants. I tell you what, for some reason. I didn't get any tomato plants. Didn't get any tomatoes off them. I've got these huge stinky buds on them. My God, I tell you, they're these thick buds. You touch them, and it's like your fingers stick together, and it's like the pungent aroma coming off the of these buds on the tomato plants. Anybody interested? Mark's Remarks tomato plants. You'll see them. I grew them in on the windowsill, and yeah, I had some good luck growing them. Yeah, we didn't get any luck getting any tomatoes off them. I think it was a dodgy batch. I don't know, but all I got was some stinky, sticky buds on them. Yeah, Yeah, so I shall probably give it another try. Scott Graham, no, don't be drinking on my behalf. Yeah, all right. Actually, yeah, I mean, I could buy some beers like you asked, or but vodka's my choice. But yeah, I can drink beers. I drank a couple of beers the other day. Actually, I drank two bottles of what do they call them, Stella Artois. It's actually quite nice. I haven't said Stella in a long time. Damien, Damien, awesome contributions from you guys tonight. Indeed. Why doesn't YouTube accept PayPal? I don't know. Actually, I don't know anything. But actually, that's an interesting point where you say awesome contributions. If I mean, there's three ways you can contribute to the you can either do it like these generous people have done over here, with a contribution on the right hand side, they're donating through, I don't know, that dollar symbol, or you can allow the ads to play, or you can go onto my eBay channel, which is there's the name of it, eBay channel. You can go onto there and buy some crap. There you go, reasonably priced, fairly useful. MADUR -5611. There you go. Yeah. If you want to do that, if you want to do it in that way, at least you get something for your money. And you get one of these cards as well thrown in. And yeah, the money will go to buy something lavish once I accumulate enough money. There you go. So there's three options. Links. Oh, Peter B says links for supporting Mark in the description. Oh, it might be. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think. I thought he meant PayPal on the live stream. Yeah, on the regular videos. Yeah, there's that little option. PayPal or Patreon, PayPal or something. Links both available in the options. Links all. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've looked at that, but yeah, on a regular video, I think it's in there in the description or something. Yeah. Right, what is it now? 2 hours 52. Wow. It's for anybody who's not in England, it is 10:24 in the PM. And I'm starving. It's okay. Yeah, I've been going nearly 3 hours. Okay. Oh, that other lab. Yeah, I read that bullshit I got from the council. This is a letter. This is another letter from the TV license people. I swear to Christ, every couple of months they send me a letter threatening the same shit, and they're doing nothing about it. I think they come round once while I was at work. They put a note through the door, a card through the door saying you weren't in, we'll come back another time. Every couple of months, they send a threatening letter, and I'll read you this. It's addressed to this address, but the legal occupier. So that tells you a whole bunch. They don't even know what they're doing. Dear Sir, Madam. Again, no name because I don't know who the fuck I am. So, all right. Dear Sir, Madam, as you have not responded to our letters yet, you have left us no alternative but to proceed with the final stages of our investigation. An officer has been scheduled to visit your address to find out if TV is being watched, recorded, or downloaded illegally. The officer may visit your property any day of the week, morning or evening. The information below explains the procedure. You may refer to it during a visit from the officer. The information below explains the procedure. You may refer to it. The information below is what you need to do now about the enforcement process. We can apply to court for a search warrant to gain access to your property. Fuck off. We can apply it to court to apply for a search warrant to gain access to your property. No. An officer may interview under caution. Fuck off. A TV licensed twat is not a police officer. They can't do fuck all under caution. An officer may interview under caution in accordance with national criminal law. Don't even get me fucking started on that. They can't even have a conversation with you. If you want to shut the door, there's fuck all they can do. They can't bust in your house. They can't put the foot in the door. You shut the door. No, thank you. Not interested in what you have to say. Slam. Okay. Only, it'd probably be in your interest to be a little bit more courteous than that. But that's the gist. They're not police officers. They don't have to, when they interview under caution. What the fuck does that mean? They have no police rights. There's videos on YouTube where they bring a police officer with them. You're under no obligation to talk to them either. So fuck them. Just shut the door on them. Anything you say to the officer may be used as evidence in court, which is why you shut the door. You risk a fine of up to £1,000 plus any legal costs and or compensation you may be ordered to pay. If your property needs a TV license, you will still need to buy. If your property needs a TV license, you will still need to buy one. In Scotland, Scottish criminal law applies. A report will be sent to the prosecutor. Procurator fiscal who will decide on prosecution. Yeah. See, that's a load of fucking shite to begin with, If you don't believe me, type in TV license people. There's hundreds of videos of people dealing with them on the door. Some people go into in depth on the doorstep, quoting the law. Other people, you just close the door. In fact, if I'm in, I'll actually make a video of it. But they come around at least once that I know about because they put a note through the door. After that, they've never come. They keep threatening. They send letters about, oh yeah, we're going to come round and day or night, and your house is under investigation, and this is going to the serious investigation department. Get the fuck out of here. A reminder, and then there's a reminder of the law. A reminder of the law. It is illegal to watch or record live TV programs on any channel. Even though the TV license only covers BBC One, BBC Two, it is illegal to watch any channel. What? They're only charging you for the two channels, but they're making it illegal to watch any other channel. What about Channel 4, ITV, BBC, fucking whatever the fuck else? What have they got to say? If I was them, I'd be saying, no, BBC, mind your own fucking business. Well, this is our channel. We'll do it. How can they make it illegal to watch any channel when they're not? This just gets me. Anyway. Okay. On any channel. Or to download or watch BBC programs on iPlayer without a TV license. No matter what device you use, you can still do one of the following. 1, buy a TV license at the website or phone this number. A colour license costs £159. That's £159 they're not entitled. I never signed a contract to say, but I mean, aside from the fact that I don't have a working television, okay, whether that's the truth, I'm not going to tell them that because it's not their fucking business, right? But £159 for something you never agreed to pay? You know, why doesn't a company just bang on the door and say, yeah, you owe us £120 because we scrubbed the driveway outside the front of your house. Well, I never asked you to. You didn't ask them to do it. You didn't agree to pay them to do it. You didn't want their fucking service. No, if you didn't sign anything, you don't owe them shit. Let us know. And option two, let us know you don't need a television license by going to the website or phone the same number. In fact, same website, same number. We may visit you to confirm this. Well, you don't let them in your house. You are, and I swear to God, you do not let them in your house. You do not have to let them in the house. No matter what they say, they got no authority to barge in. They can only come in because they'll say, "Oh yeah, well the thing is, we need to check that you're not watching the telly and all that lot." You can take my fucking word for it. You don't have to let them in. You don't have to talk to them. No, thank you. Shut the door. So there you have it. That's the latest threatening letter. This is actually quite mild. That one was actually quite mild compared to some of them. Some of them are saying you after your repeated ignoring of our letters, your address has been handed over to the Serious Investigation Squad. For further investigation. Yeah, I don't even reply. These go in the recycling bin. In fact, yeah, I don't do anything other than that with them. Yeah. So if by chance one ever does show up at the door, I shall film it and I'll show you exactly what's going on. But it's been ages, I mean, these letters, I used to get one round. I used to get one every year. And it would say, if you don't have a TV license, please let us know. I've actually got them still on my fridge with a magnet. And I was looking at them the other day. There was like, 3 or 4 years worth, one every year for 4 years. And I would write notes on it for future reference. Yeah, I phoned them up on this date, told them I don't have a TV license, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they leave you alone. Next year, they send you another letter. Is it true? Is it still the case that you don't have a telly? Yeah, and then after that, for the last several years, for the last 5 years, I think from 2017, I think, yeah, I'm just not bothered. I used to phone them up. Nah, I can't be fucking bothered. Fuck them. So, yeah. And they keep threatening. We're going to send the police round. Well, not the police, the patrolman, the guy who's going to the the special serious investigation people. They do nothing. What can they do if you don't let them in the house? And I promise you're under no obligation to let them in. I mean, if you wanted to, you could always bullshit them and say, very sorry, I'm afraid of COVID, the Chinese plague. I'd rather not let you know. Thank you very much, slam. Or just tell them straight. Hit the road, Jack. I'm not interested in what you're selling. Yeah, Scott Graham. They're just outsiders within the law. They're playing the numbers. I mean, there's enough people out there. Even my mum and her boyfriend. They're of the opinion. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody should pay their share. Well, fuck off. Nobody should pay a share of nothing that they're not entitled to pay. They're playing the numbers. They figure if they send enough letters out, they scare enough people. Eventually, majority with some people, a letter saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to send the people round, and the next thing you do, we go to court, you could have £1,000 fine." People would be shitting themselves, thinking, "Oh fuck, what's better, 159 quid or £1,000? Oh Jesus!" And then they go buy a license. Yeah, fuck them. I'm not buying it. Yeah, Cosmic 87. Imagine paying a license in 2022. The only good thing about the BBC are the documentaries. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I watch programs on YouTube. I don't have my telly don't work, so I can watch DVDs, I can play games, or watch YouTube on the computer here. But yeah, it's just not. I mean, from what I have seen, I mean, I go around people's houses and the television's on, it's all fucking crap. You know, it's all garbage. Besides, I mean, there will be people who don't like the commercials. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't please everybody. But I mean, a large amount of the population, I'm sure, if you ask them, would say, like the American system with the telephones, if it's local, if it's within your, like in Milton Keynes here, it's 01908, if it's within your code number, all the calls are free. It's when you phone out of the area, you get charged. That seems to work there. Hasn't really caught on here. What if they did a thing with the TV where everybody they said to everybody, okay, you got your option. Do you want to pay for the service, or do you want the service for free, but you've got to sit through advertisements? Majority of people would say, well, yeah, I mean, advertisements is good because I've got a time advert comes on, I'll go take a leak or I'll go grab something out of the fridge. I use that time to drag the laundry out of the machine and hang it up real quick while the commercial's on. That's fine. It beats paying for the thing. I think there will be people who contrary to that saying, no, I don't want commercials, but yeah, I think a lot of people would say, yeah, I'll put up with it. Commercials are, they're a pain in the ass, but yeah, I mean, I do that with the commercial. If a commercial comes on, even if I'm watching a program on YouTube, if a commercial comes up for about 3 minutes, I'll get the laundry out, go, take a whiz, tie up the bin bags or do something, or sometimes I don't always click off the adverts. Yeah. Cosmic 87. Would you like one of them goons coming bang on our door? I'll lecture it. Yeah. If they ever knock on your door and they say, because what they'll do, because they can be sneaky. They can be sneaky because I was watching a video. The one guy, he was up on the law and he was talking to the guy at his doorstep, this TV guy, and he was saying, this homeowner, he was saying, yeah, you realize that this is like common law. This is not criminal law. You've got no business having a policeman here. You've got no business knocking on my door. I didn't agree to sign it. I didn't sign anything to say I'd pay you any money. And he was saying, according to the government outlines, like this, and the guy said, the TV guy said, "Oh, where did you learn that? Did you see it on the television? Was it on a BBC? Was it on a documentary?" He's trying to, and of course, he's waiting for the guy to say, "Oh yeah, I watched it on a documentary." I'm like, "Oh shit, no," but he didn't fall. He was because that's what they do. They'll say, they'll try and trick you. Oh, where'd you hear that? What, on a documentary? Who was the? They're trying to get you to admit to. It could be anything. I mean, you remember, you're dealing with people who have done this probably hundreds of times. They've banged on 100 doors. They've got their patter down. It's like when you're trying, if you're in a police station or something, you try and outwit a policeman. You're lying out your ass to a policeman. To you, you're lying, and it sounds fairly reasonable. To a policeman, he's heard this shit 100 times. He's not buying it. So it's when you're dealing with somebody who does it for a living, it's best not to, So when the guy knocks on your door, you can't have a conversation with him. You cannot explain to the TV man, this is unlawful. I did not sign anything. You have no business. He doesn't want to hear that. He's not fucking interested. He's done 10 doors already. He's got to do another 10 before he finishes his shift. He's not interested. He just wants to confirm that you're watching the telly so he can find you. No matter what you say, you're not talking him out of doing, all you can do is just shut the door. That's all you can do. And like I say, he's done this 100 times. So he's got his patter. He's got the, oh, really? Where do you? I've actually watched it on a video. I said, oh, what did you learn that on the television? No, yeah. And, he's trying to get the guy to admit to something. Sneaky fuckers. So, because all he has to do is get the evidence. Even if he can't see it through the window, they'll do that. There's been videos where guys have been chased down a fucking street and they've got into their cars because the house owner has come out because the guy's been looking through a window at their children running around the bed. They're in the window watching they're looking at the children running around in their underwear, and they're trying to under the guise of looking for a television, and they've been fucking seen and chased down and they've locked themselves in the car. That's happened. So all he's got to do is, if he can say, yeah, the guy said he found this information on the television, bang, he writes it down, and then they go to court. But if you don't say fuck all, just shut it. Yeah, because like it says on here. Anything you say to the officer may be used as evidence in court. If he can trick you, whether you're legitimately got a working television or not, if he can trick you into saying something, and remember, he might well have one of those cams, body cameras on him, if he can just trick you into saying, oh yeah, I watched it on a documentary this morning. Oh dear, no, I've fucked myself up. If he can get you to say that, that's all he needs to go into court and say, well, Your Honor, you see this? He admitted to watching it on the television. Yeah. So whether you're guilty or anything, well, not guilty, but whether you have a working television or not, whether you got a license or not, the worst thing you can do is get into a conversation with a person who is not interested in anything you have to say. Like I say, he's got 10 more doors to knock on. Okay. Joanna B is in the house. You still going strong? You okay? Indeed. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Actually, I might go in a bit. It's been 3 hours, 11 minutes. Oh man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I'll have to get some bread tomorrow. Right now, Mark. Let me see. Rex. Oh, Rex is in the house. Hello. Right now, Mark. There should be a comma there. Right now, Mark. We all being priced out of our life. If I can, I can get away with paying for it. I will. I think you missed not paying for it. Oh well. Yeah, that's right. I mean, £159. What's that? What's that? £15 a week? No. What did I say? 159. So that's 120. Yeah, it's just over a tenner. Just over a tenner a month. Yeah, somewhere about, I don't know, was it 12 quid or something? It doesn't even say on here. Just said 159. Anybody? £159 divided by 12. 120. So yeah, just over 10 quid. 10 quid a month. It's not a whole hell of a lot of money, but what would you rather do? Give it to some fucking asshole who doesn't deserve it, or buy your kid a pair of shoes? Do the math, Yeah, Cosmic 87 Investigation Squad. Yeah, I'll tell you, I wish I had. In fact, hold on a second. Oh, fucking legs are gonna break. I'm gonna stand up again. Yeah. Yeah. Here's what's this? This is from the council. It's this is the letter they sent before. This is the one dated May 2022. The first one I read you was June. 2022. So it's what are we now? We're in July. We're July 2nd of July. Yeah, so that was just a little while ago. This one was May. As there is no record of a TV license at your address, you should expect a visit from an enforcement officer. It may be on the 16th of June. I get those as well. I get a letter come in that says, "Are you going to be in on the 16th of June in the evening?" Question mark. I don't know. What the fuck. It may be on the 16th of June, which has gone and been and gone, and there's been no word. Okay, or on another day. So if it's going to be on another, so why put the 16th of June? It'll be on the 16th of June or any one of the other 364 days of the year. So, lucky dip. If you are caught watching or receiving live TV on any channel or device, you could face a fine of up to £1,000 plus any legal costs and or compensation you may be ordered to pay. The same applies if you are caught downloading or watching BBC programs on iPlayer. We visit around 8,000 addresses a day. Our officers visit an address every 6 seconds. Is that? I don't think that's right. Our officers visit an address every 6 seconds, day, evening, even weekends. And if no one answers, they will come back. Well, just don't answer the door, And then it goes on to stop the visits. There you go. Actually, that can't be. It says here to buy a TV license, go this thing, and you can buy the payment starting at £6 a week. Has anybody done the math? But £159 a year. So £10 a month, at £10 a month, that's £120. And then you've got 40 quid. Shit, I've lost it. Was it 150? Yeah, so say 160 quid. What's that? Yeah, it's about £15 a month. Actually, that's about right. Yeah, because it says here £6 a week. So that's £24 a month. Payments start at £6 a week. So that's £24 a month. Peter B, thank you. £13.25. So £159 divided by 12 months is £13.25 a month. But according to this letter, it's £6 a week, which is £24 a month, which is a £10 difference against 13 and change against 24. So which one is any road? Yeah, so actually that one was quite tame as well. No, I've had others that have been almost threatening in their wording, Luke asks, how comes you don't do food videos much anymore? Well, that's the thing. I've had problems with the camera downloading videos, but I've got my new Apple iPhone. There you go. Well, hey, it's yeah, my Apple iPhone. So hopefully I'll be doing some more reviews, and I'll be doing some videos of the allotment if anybody's interested in that. And I've got an eBay channel. So, how's that one? Yeah, I've got an eBay. There you go. I'll do another shameless plug. There we go. MADUR-5611. I'm going to plug that to death. Let me tell you. MADUR-5611. Yeah, so if anybody wants to have a ganders at that, you're welcome to have put me in the favorites. Might be some stuff you might have a look at. Yeah, so I'll be doing some videos on this new phone. Aside from eBay, I can do YouTube videos. So, but I can't do live unless I'm in the place in here. Right, I can't go to the allotment around the street or anywhere and do a live stream because it's connected while it's here. So, but yeah, I've just got to get a little tripod thing. The yeah, Karen Marriott says car parking fines are the same. You don't have to pay private company, but they threaten you to pay regardless. It's a disgrace. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've heard that private companies they're not supposed to do that. But then if you but yeah, but what they do is they put that boot on your car around the wheel. Actually, that's interesting because if they're not legally allowed to put it on there, surely you're entitled to take it off. Any means necessary. Get bolt cutters and yeah, interesting. Damien, cheers, Mark. Good to have you back on the only TV that matters. Indeed. Yeah, I tell you, there's a whole lot better stuff on YouTube than there is on the telly. I know somebody who's got one of those the cable boxes. Ugh. You go around, you spend 15 minutes flicking through all the movies just trying to find something to watch. And even then it's I mean the telly channels are shit. Sometimes you got the television on and it's all kinds of garbage. Yeah, it's just not worth the money. There you go. Rosso 5792. Those letters are on a cycle which progressively get more threatening and then go back to sending the initial letter. Let them waste their money sending letters. Indeed, actually that makes sense because they started off informative and polite and and then they get progressively more aggressive. If that's progressively more aggressive, they start getting a bit more threatening with sending people around. Like this one says that we get a court order to come into your house, which is shit. And then the next one is pretty tame. Yeah. I don't. Thing is, the one bit of advice that somebody put on the video that I watched on that regard was don't reply to them. Don't phone them up and say, "Look, piss off, stop sending me letters," or don't rip it up and put it in an envelope and send it back to them because they know that you've read the letter. Just ignore it. Just throw it in the bin. Just ignore it. Don't do anything. Scott Graham, you can switch to GIFGAF. You can switch to GIFGAF, and it has all the benefits of O2, but lots of internet data in a £20 a month. Oh, interesting, yeah. It's a lot more competition out there now. Yeah, which is why phone calls are cheaper now. When I was a kid, all you had was BT. You either had BT phone or you had nothing. That was all there was, and that's why BT was charging scandalous amounts of money per minute, to use their phones, and as soon as some competition come along, its prices drop, and benefits, I mean, the benefits are all great. When you go for a contract, it's like you pay a certain amount of money and you get a certain amount of, 4,000 texts and 2,000 minutes of call time and all that, which it's not free. You just paid for it. You pay that money you gave to them for a monthly subscription. That pays for all the free shit that I give you. But yeah, I mean, they would never have done that if BT were the only game in town. Anyway, I'll tell you, if you yeah, interesting. Luke says if you don't open the door to them and never speak to them, they can't get a court order. Interesting. Yeah. Actually, the thing is, I mean, I never get people knock. I mean, if I ever get anybody knock on the door, I don't always, bother getting up because I know that anybody who's coming over, well, is going to ring. They say, right, or text or say, right, I'm coming over. As arranged, we're going to do this. I don't hardly get strangers knocking on the door. So, and everybody who does is, somebody I know. Yeah. So, but yeah, if I know it's them, then I won't even answer it. Well, actually, no. Probably no. I was saying that. Yeah, if I do know it's them, then I'll probably film it on my new swanky new phone over here, and then I'll put it on the YouTube channel for your amusement. Yeah, I just want them to come round one time to just so I can film them. Saying no thank you. Then I can prove to everybody. Just don't talk to them. Cosmic 87, just don't answer the door. Indeed. Cosmic 87, blank them. Yep. Yeah, and unless you want to film it to put on a YouTube, just blank them. Don't even talk to them. Or you could just stand there and ignore them. There is like in America, they say it's the land of the free, where you can roam anywhere you like. You don't need papers. It's not like Germany where Nazi Germany where you got to produce your ID papers. You can go from anywhere in the country free as you like, except for one place. It's near, I believe it's near Mexico. It's not in Mexico. It's actually in America. I've seen videos of it where people will be driving down the road and there's a permanent police stop with barricades and that. What they do, they stop the traffic. Where you been? Where you going? Have you got any ID? Where you come from and all that. And then off you go. There's been people, they drive up and they say, where you been? They say, just ignore them. And they say nothing. Well, where you going? Just keep on, just look ahead. Just don't say anything. Don't say a word. Don't say hello, goodbye, how you doing? Nothing. Just keep your mouth shut. Don't say a fucking word. Because they got no business asking you because it's this. And then after what, they just, okay, thank you very much. Off you go. That would be one option, to open the door with a camera and just stand there. And they say, are you the occupier in this house? Are you the owner of this house? Just stand there looking at them. From the TV license people, have you got a TV license? Are you watching a TV? Just stand there. Look. That's what I might do. Just stand there looking at them. See how long they will stand at my front door asking questions with me with a camera on them. Just to, that might be a bit amusing. Rather than be abusive or shut the door, because that might be good footage. I'll just stand there and just, yeah, that's what I might do if I ever catch them. Yeah, just stand there and let them talk until they get bored and walk away. Yeah. Luke, it's a tick box. If you talk to them, a refuse to prove you're not watching live TV, they can then go for a warrant. Actually, that's interesting. Because they probably have a tick thing, right? Okay, he did this, he said that, he done that. That we got a tick. So if you talk to them, I think that's or refuse to prove you're not watching TV, they can then go for a warrant. Yeah. I think in that case, it's probably best just film it and say nothing, or just close the door. Anyway, Cosmic 87, tomato plants were cool. Yeah, they were. Anybody interested in the tomato plants? Type in Mark's Remarks tomato plant. There's a whole bunch of videos, and yeah, strange thing, I never got any tomatoes off them. Just got some stinky, sticky buds. I tell you that them buds though, you touch them and it's like sticking your fingers together. It's like you're gonna pry them apart. They smell really, really good though. But yeah, Cosmic 87, snitches get stitches. Indeed. Karen Moffat. Yeah, that would be funny to watch. I know, it'd be different, wouldn't it? Because most of the people get a TV license going out the door and they argue with them. Yeah, but just stand there and say nothing. Because what question? They've only got a certain amount of questions. Are you the illegal occupier of this home? They don't know who I am, so am I the legal occupier of that home? Am I watching a television? Do I have a license? That's about it, really. After that, they're just they got nothing. Peter B. High Gliv. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure what. Yeah. So I'm kind of, but the trouble is, if they do come round, I don't think they do. I think it's a load of shit. I don't think they've got nearly as many inspected. They say every 6 seconds. Do you know how fucking many people you would have to be banging on the door every 6 seconds in this country? You'd need thousands of people. Fucking hundreds of thousands. Shit. So I think they're full of shit. They're about as full of shit as those adverts that you remember in the 80s. They used to have those television adverts. The TV license people, the detector van is in your area. And we bought it. We bought that shit. We believed it. There's an advert with a guy in the van with his earphones on. There's a fucking with a satellite dish on the roof. Those vans never existed. They only had one, and that was for the advert. They never existed in real life. They just to play the odds. They'd knock on your door. Back in those days, all you had was BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and later on you had Channel 4. Okay, so that was your lot. So when they knock on the door, it's either, oh yeah, well, our computer, our van says you're watching TV in the. My buyer. Your buyer has paid £4.49. That's the one for the t-shirt. Now get ready to post. Okay. Well, I've got to wait till Monday. It's a men's t-shirt, extra large, green with picture of a horse. Yeah, so they've paid that. That'll be good. So I got to post them on Monday. So they come to the door. They know what room you're watching it in. It's either the front room or the bedroom. Odds on, it's the front room. So they say front room, and then they got a choice. They got a 1 in 4 chance. They'll say you're watching BBC One, you're watching BBC Two, you're watching ITV, you're watching, and then in later years you're watching Channel 4. But in the early days you're watching 3 channels. So they got a 1 in 3. You're watching BBC One, and like I've said this before. All they got to do is look at the time. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. EastEnders is on. Odds on, half the country is watching EastEnders. So knock on your door. Yeah, you're in the front room. You're watching BBC One. You're watching EastEnders. So the game is up. And oh shit! Oh no, they actually know it. No, they're fucking lying. Anyway, look, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna go pay for the So I sold 2 items. I sold the egg box, the egg carton, the egg, what the fuck? Egg cup. The egg cup with an egg, a wooden egg, all right, in that. The thing is, I'm limited on the envelopes. I got how to put it in this. Anyway, so and I sold the t-shirt, which will be, I'm going to post, going to get now, wrap up now, with readiness, post on Monday. I'm going to go. And thank you, everybody, I'm going to hold that up there for Oh, there you go. If you want to check out my eBay, if you want to buy some stuff or just have a look, put me in your favorites. There's the name. I'm presuming you can go in and limit it down by putting a seller's name in there. If not, let me know in the comments on one of my videos. Hopefully, I'll get that. And if it doesn't, what I'll do, I'll give you the wording of a certain item, and you can type that in, and then you can find it, and then you can anyway. You could see my name and then put me in your favorites. Okay, thank you everybody for watching, and especially those who donated a large amount. That was very generous of everybody in the donation section, and yeah, much appreciated. Very, very a big surprise. Right, hopefully I'll have something more to talk about. I'll probably do some more videos now that I've got a new camera to be fucking with. I'll probably. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because the video I did today of the allotment, I was filming like this, upright. What I need to do is turn it sideways. So yeah. So Anyway, so the next one will be better. And okay, so that's that. Good night to everybody. You got Cosmic 87. You got Peter B. Keeping law and order. Although we haven't had a whole lot to do today, have we, Peter B? Everybody's been behaving themselves, which is unusually unusual. Yeah, Karen Marriott. Karen Marriott. What else we got? Luke, Rick R, Gliv, Scott Graham, Luke again, Rosso 5792, Headman, Damien, Luke, Rex, Joanna B, and yeah, everybody. There you go. Basil Faulty for his donation again. That's very good. Very generous. Peter B, of course, for his contribution there. Thank you to everybody. Right, I'm going to go. I've been going 3 hours 36 minutes. I'm worn out. Anybody want to hit the thumbs up? You've got about 5 seconds. And right, hopefully I'll be back when I got more stuff to talk about. And good night to everybody.